Okay, so last time we started off our journey with Aramis, who was recently exiled from his village of Hayden after the village elder came across the missive he had deciphered on a little trip he went out to investigate and scavenge. He found the note amongst some wreckage in a carriage and brought it back with him. Leaving Hayden, Aramis decided to follow what he had deciphered in the missive about apparently a place towards the east, which was offering a good climate for him to live within, offering both housing, game, and good terrain. It took almost 2 days before Aramis was able to find this location. However, it was a lot more barren than he might have been suspecting. The only real buildings left standing was 2 towers. Aramis was attacked by a few bandits at the base. However, he was able to deal with them. And on one of these attacks, he also found a slave which was being carted around by the name of Alferes, who Aramis quickly saved and has now got within his group. Aramis decided yes. Aramis decided he was going to investigate the surrounding area besides just hunting for food to see if there was anything of note. And he found some more ruins just to the northwest of the base. There he came across 3 bandits, one of them being a orc. As he had learnt previously that orcs aren't the easiest of foes to fight with, he decided he was going to test his mettle. He was able to kill one of the bandits, but was quickly captured by the orc and his fellow bandit. Aramis was able to picklock the manacles that he and Alferes were in. However, upon grabbing their stuff, he alerted the bandits, and in a dash, they got away along with an old dwarf who they had freed from the captors. And we begin our session just as you running off away from the bandits.
Cool. Did Calmore follow?
Yes, Calmore followed you.
Okay. And we're away from the bandits at this point? Or are they still in pursuit?
As far as you can see, you cannot make out any of the bandits following you. They probably just gave up as you were much faster than them.
Okay. In that case, I find a bit of a clearing and stop there to group up, hand over Alferes' stuff, and take the opportunity to take a breather and talk about where we go from here.
Alferes will take his gear and start to suit up, which will take him a few minutes.
Yeah, but I go to the trouble of putting my gear on too.
Alright. Calmore gets a bit closer, so you can hear him huffing and panting as his short legs were pretty hard at work to keep up with you long-legged fellows.
You okay there, Calmore?
Every day I've got to run this kind of distance. What were you lads doing around these parts?
Just looking around. We've recently moved to a location near here, so figured to get a good lay of the land while I was out here looking for food.
Just looking around. You cut one of the bandits' arm off. That's not exactly what I'd say looking. You know you look with your eyes, not your swords.
Yeah, well, I don't care for bandits. And I care less for slavery.
You and me both, laddie. Those bandits were quick to jump me when I was just a few feet out of the village. They bloody knocked me out and just threw away my workman's gear.
What do you work?
I make dresses, lad.
Cool.
I'm surprised you're not giving me a ball of laughter for me telling you that.
Ah, to each their own.
Well, you're a mighty fine fellow not to judge me for my work.
Alferis here thinks himself a bit of a ballerina.
Ferris just pulls out a shocked look as I look towards both of you. Huh? What? What are you talking about me?
Nothing, Alferis. No, nothing you need to worry about.
As long as you're not spreading rumours.
I would never. So, Camel, when was the last time you ate?
Well, they've been putting a bag over my head now and then. It'd be hard to tell. Probably a day or so.
So you must be famished. How about you come back with us to the base? We'll get you fed and you can decide what you want to do from there.
Base, you say? Whereabouts are we?
Whereabouts are we?
You're just south of Maloa.
I say we're just south of Maloa. Our base is a little further south from here.
Maloa? I ain't never heard of the place. What kind of kingdom are we in?
I know we're in the Aallarra Kingdom, right?
Yes.
I say we're in the Aallarra Kingdom.
Well, that's just the stones and a giant leap away from where I came from. Bloody bandits chucked me across half the continent.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, I don't suppose I'm going to be able to get to my home anytime soon, so I guess I'll bunker down with you.
Sounds good. What time of day is it?
Since you were knocked out and you woke up around the night time, it's pretty much morning. The sun is on the rise in this distance.
Okay, and we didn't eat yesterday, did we? I don't remember.
No, you were cleaning out the towers and you went out to scavenge as well as hunt, and you found the bandits before you hunted.
Okay, in that case, we'll head back to the base, but we'll go the long way looking for any game on the way.
Alright.
I'm looking for something bigger than usual as well.
Yeah.
My button to open my character sheet doesn't work now. I can move it.
Double click the minimized thing and it'll open it back up.
The minimized thing, I don't see that.
You have it at the top where there's Aramis.
Yeah, I'm oh, there we go. I double clicked, but I guess it's a bit temperamental.
Yeah, sometimes it sees you as moving it rather than clicking. You'll get used to it.
Okay. 12.
Okay. You start to scavenge the area as you are heading back on the way to the base. However, it seems that there's not much game out today. You barely see a raven or a crow, but they fly off before you're able to do anything.
Okay. Well, we still head back to the fort. I was just looking on the way.
Alright, you make your way back to the base, and thankfully it's been untouched, but the stench of the corpses in that makeshift wall has attracted quite a few flies.
That's unfortunate. How far away is that? Like, that wall's pretty far from here, so it's probably noticeable if you're closer to it, but
Well,
I'm
from
guessing.
where you are, it is about almost 200 feet away from the tower.
Yeah, so probably not something I can smell from the tower.
No, and it's also downwind from you.
Yeah.
Well, you said you have a base, and it's quite the scenic base, I'd say.
Well, it's a fixer-upper.
Well, that's a word and a half to call it.
There's a
Call it
roof?
a few other things. Calmore then tilts his head towards the skies and looks up the tower. I'll take your word for it, lad. I can't exactly see much up there.
Yeah, well, there's a roof on one of the buildings and most of a roof on the other. But you'll be, being a dwarf, you'll appreciate we do have an anvil.
Lad, I said I make dresses. I hardly ever have make use of an anvil.
Well, I mean, it means you've got a flat surface to work on in the meantime.
That is true. It would be better in the hands of a blacksmith.
Aye,
Though
but I don't have a
would use.
blacksmith at the moment.
Ah, the gods must be laughing upon you, lad, getting a dwarf, and he's not even a worker of iron.
Aye, well. Maybe you have friends that I don't know about yet.
It's hard to keep friends in these lands, lad. They either die to the bandits, or they live long enough to join them.
Surely you know other captives.
Not the ones that I travelled with, lad. We did pass hands with other bandits, and apparently my price has gone down ever since they heard I work with the dress.
That's unfortunate. They clearly haven't seen your work.
Aye, it's a true shame when a man doesn't appreciate a good tunic or kilt.
Altheris loves a dress.
Alferis just again turns to you with a shocked look on his face. I don't know where you're getting this information from. Just because I wear white clothing and am a cleric does not mean I like dresses.
So you don't like a dress? You're gonna insult the man to his face?
Hey lad, you're not liking the dresses. I could fix you up a fine one. Alferis just kind of like steps backwards. I'll let you guys have your own dresses amongst each other. I won't want to ruin the fun.
Don't be like that, Alferis.
I don't want to speak ill of the dwarf, but I'm not too sure if my deities would be proud of me wearing dresses. Lad, if the gods up on high don't appreciate a fine dress, I don't think you should be worshipping them.
He's got a point.
Alferos just looks like he's trying to win an unwinnable battle, and just kind of shakes his head and moves into the tower.
I say, well, I don't know about the two of you, but I'm famished. And I took out a field ration for each of us.
You're quite the kind fellow. Thank you, lad. Camel takes the ration from your hand and starts to eat it. How many more rations do you have? 5?
9.
Okay, 9.
I picked up 2 weeks worth at the time. Of which I'm about to store a bunch of them in the lockbox as well.
Yeah.
Gonna carry around 4 days worth. Yeah, 3 days worth. Yeah, 3.
And returning back to the base, it is now midday, heading into the afternoon.
Cool. Did we finish clearing out the other tower?
You never asked Alferis.
Alferis, did you finish clearing out the other tower?
Pretty much. I separated out the rotten and goods you not want to touch into separate bags. However, most of the things in there you're not going to want to eat, but some of it might be able to be planted.
Cool. Perhaps that's something we can work on today. Lick our wounds and plant some whatever we've got.
I could spend the day worshipping on the soil, see if that'll help.
Sure, sounds good.
Whereabouts are you wanting the farmland?
Maybe around here. I don't know if I actually pinged.
Yeah, it does. I can see it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I figured this is probably a big enough area and it's nice and close to where we're at now.
Alright, Alferus just kind of like drudge his foot to make a kind of a square, just so he has an idea of an area.
Cool, cool. And I'll help him with it throughout the day as well, like saving time again to go out hunting and
Well,
look.
there's not much help I need. We can't exactly tow the land without the tools. I pretty much just blessing the land to hope we have a fast harvest. We're not going to get much from this kind of soil.
Yeah, makes sense.
We kind of need to buy hoes and picks and whatnot.
Then maybe that's what we should do tomorrow. Maybe we should head up to, was it Meliodas?
Milola.
Yeah, Melola. Maybe we should head to Melola and sell some of this stuff. Pick up some tools.
There you go. That's how to spell it, and that's how to pronounce it.
Thank you. I invite Calmore to come hunting with me. I offer him up. Like I show him what we've picked from the bodies before and offer him up what he wants from it.
He looks at the equipment you've stashed around, however, his eyes don't really seem to gleam like Alferis used to. I'm not much of a hunter myself, and I've only really specialised in a crossbow. Ain't gonna be much worth to you with anything else.
I'm sorry to hear that. Well, you're welcome to stick around. You can tag along. Like you're your own person now. You can. There are no slaves here.
Well, you got anything I can work on while you're gone?
You can see if Alferis needs help, but it sounds like he's good. You could maybe work on moving the anvil. I don't know what could he be doing. We could work on moving our things over to the building that's better roofed. Clear out any of the rest of the unpleasant smells. If that would be alright with you.
I could move some things. I wouldn't be a dwarf if I didn't have my muscles.
Or perhaps you could look through some of the rubble around here, see if there's anything that could be salvaged. Any building material or anything.
I'll give it a peep. So is Aramis going to go off to hunt?
Does he need to stay to work on the farmland, or has he got time?
I said Aramis.
I know.
Alferis needs to stay
Oh,
here to
Aramis,
prey on
sorry.
it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, no, Aramis is gonna go off to hunt.
Alright. Roll survival.
Let's do better this time. $17.
Alright.
Does that +1 to tracking count in this case? Because I guess I'm tracking animals.
Yes and no. I'll say yes because you're trying to track animals. Yeah, here it does. It'd be 18.
Okay. I'm assuming if I was looking for berries and such, no. But since it's hunting, yes.
Yeah. Since you're hunting for actual things that leave tracks, then yes.
Cool. Hope I don't find another freaking orc. Though to be fair, I think if it was on its own, maybe I'd have had a shot at killing it. But then I don't know how much I did to it.
Yes, you'll never know.
Well, this time. keep forgetting
Okay.
I've got the pop out now.
So, you're able to find some tracks as it leads you off into the forest. Sadly, there are no boars or bigger game today. However, you do find a clump of similarly deep tracks, and to your knowledge, they seem to be a pack of foxes.
Cool.
Did you want to try and use stealth to approach?
Yep.
Alright, roll it.
Nine.
Alright. So you approach, and I rolled there.
How many twigs do I step on?
Well, it's more the case of, can they hear you making the twig sounds? Okay.
That's yes.
So you make your way towards the foxes. However, you don't get close enough before they're able to hear you. You'd be here. And roll initiative.
Oh, forgot to. 9. I'm pretty sure I had that exact same initiative against the boar. That rolled the 20. At least there's a whole bunch of foxes.
So you make your way towards the foxes. However, with your eyes keenly on them, you forget to look at the ground as you snap a twig that makes a rather large crack. You notice the foxes' ears pick up as they turn their heads towards you and start to growl.
Cool, they're not running away.
Just one sec. Here we go. Alright. One's gonna make its way up towards you. This one's gonna make his way up as well.
How was it you get the ruler to work while you're moving again?
Whilst you're click on your token so you can move it about, and then just press spacebar, and then it should bring up the ruler. And then if you move your token to somewhere and then press spacebar again, you'll kind of make a little dot on the map.
Cool.
So these 3 foxes approach as they are snarling at you. They seem to be rather famished by the look of them, and they're going to take anything they can get their hands on.
Sounds good.
Your go.
I'm gonna try the moving thing, just... Well, it didn't actually do it. Oh, now I see it. Yeah.
Did you take rapid shot, by the way?
I did, and I intend to use it.
Alright, a rapid shot is a full attack, so
That's fine.
You can only take a 5-foot step if you wanted to use that.
I'd moved back to where I was anyway, I was just testing to see how it worked.
Alright. Then sure. They don't have to be on the same target. You can see if the first one dies before shooting the other one.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot at the closest one. Do I just push the ability for rapid shot, or is it just a -2?
It's just a -2 the attack roll. So just roll the attack.
Okay.
And then we just apply it afterwards.
So 12 for the first one. So 10.
That just hits the tree next to him.
Okay. And I'll use it on the same fox.
Yep.
21.
Okay. 21 is a hit.
It would be 19, but yeah, sorry.
Yeah. As you hit it in the side for 2 damage.
Okay.
Fox way at the back. Gonna move up as well. Hope he's gonna go around the trees.
Sly as a fox, eh?
Yeah. This fox is gonna move up towards Aramis and attack. Goes in for a bite. as it misses. This fox is going to come around to here, and then the other fox is going to get to here and is going to bite at you as well, as he bites straight for your ankle. And you take 2 damage.
Okay. Damage is green or red?
Green. And it's your go.
Okay. I drop my bow and draw my sword.
Alright.
Attacking the one directly in front of me.
Yep.
20.
So you bring out your sword as you aim for the one you shot before. As your sword goes straight into this thing's sides, and thankfully it goes deep enough as it makes the fox fall onto its back.
Cool.
This sly one's going to continue going around the side. This one that was further away moves up and goes for the bite. And bites his own tongue.
Is that a 1 by chance?
Yes. So the fox tries to worm its way around and misses you as you seem to stumble back laughing at the fox.
Do foxes get flanking?
They can do.
Okay.
And that is flanking, however, the +2 isn't helping him.
Yep, that's fine.
And it goes back to you.
Going to attack the one creeping around the side. 7.
It's a miss.
I thought it might be.
This fox is coming around, finally makes its way around the trees and to you, and goes in for the bite. And misses. The one just below that goes in for a bite as well, and crits, but does not confirm. And as you're going in to slash this guy, he just moves his head around and bites you in the hand for 1 damage. Then the one to the side of you goes in for the attack as well. And apparently these guys have got a good scent of you because they're all critting today.
Apparently.
And that is a confirm on the crit.
Yay me.
As he bites you in the calf for 2 damage.
Wow. I was concerned at this fight for a while there.
Aramis.
I slash at the same fox.
Alright.
For 12.
And 12 is a miss. Fox to the left of you is going to attack. And
Crit.
is a miss. The one just below that attacks and hits you for another 1 damage. Then the one on the river side is going in for the attack but misses.
Cool. Gonna try again on the same fox. And miss again.
And that's a miss.
Yep.
Okay, so the one to the left of you is going to go in for the attack. Just give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and he bit his tongue.
Again? It's the same one as well.
That's a different one.
Oh, is it?
The one just below you is going to go in for the attack. and miss. Then the one on the other side is going to attack and miss. Your go.
Same again. 15.
You've had enough of these foxes and their biting of you and their own tongues as you slash this one on the side as it falls to the ground.
Cool.
The one who bit his tongue prior is going to go in for the attack again. However, it now has blood in its mouth and just kind of coughs on it. The one on the other side goes in for the attack and misses. Your go.
I would say I'm going to attack the one that bit his tongue, but I think that's both of them, so I'll attack the one on the riverside.
Alright.
9.
And that'll be a miss. Both foxes will go in for the attack, and they'll both miss. Your go.
10.
And that'll be a miss. Two foxes will go in for the attack. Again, the one who bit his tongue bites his tongue yet again.
Bet you didn't think this fight was going to take this long. 21.
The riverside one, you say?
Yep.
Right, you clip this one on the side, but it's not enough to bring it down.
Yeah, I kind of realized it probably wasn't.
And thankfully, you've had enough work out today that you just nimbly dodge these guys, keep hopping to the side. It's your go.
Yeah. I guess I'm starting to tire, because that's a 3.
Yep. Apparently you pull something in your calf as you're dodging, and it messes up your strike. It's just hit too wide. And thankfully that was the opportunity they both needed, as they bite you both in the front and the sides for a total of 3 damage.
Okay.
And it's your go.
Attack the one, same one again.
Yep.
And fail.
Well, with the blood drenching into your clothing, it's getting rather hard to hit these things. As they go in for an attack again, and they both miss.
Cool. I swing a final time. 18 and 6.
And that final time is just enough, as the fox is rearing up on its hind legs for another bite at what would you assume to be your jugular. You instead put your sword through its throat.
Nice.
As it goes limp, and you toss it to the ground. That means he no longer has flanking. This guy will go for the attack, and he doesn't even need the flanking, as he bites into your shoulder as you kill his brother, sister, you're not too sure at this point, as you take 2 damage. That's your go.
At this point, am I able to grab my bow and make a retreat?
Sure.
Okay. In which case, I grab my bow. If I can grab one of the foxes at the same time, I do. And
You won't be able to.
Yeah, I didn't think so. And I retreat backwards.
Are you making a full retreat off the battle map?
Yeah, I intend to book it.
Alright.
I don't want to take that 2 hits and get taken down by a fox. And I know that it can do it. So
You recover your bow and what left of your dignity you have as you run away from the fox.
if this wasn't recorded, this didn't happen. Unfortunately.
And thinking back on the battle, you kind of realise some places you could have done a bit better.
And realize I probably should have healed up before going hunting.
Probably. All you return with is the knowledge of combat,
That's
as well as
fine.
some blood.
Combat knowledge is always good.
You heading back to the base?
Yep.
you return to the base, only leaving it for about 2 hours, with Alferis still kind of praying whilst sitting on the ground on the dirt you specified, and Calmore moving some stuff over into the mill.
I ask Aramis if he's got any time to do any healing.
Alferis.
Yep. I don't know why I'm getting my own character mixed up with the NPC today, but apparently it's a thing. And if any of them ask what happened, I turn around and tell them I ran into a pack of boars. I don't say foxes.
Roll bluff. Alferis just looks you up and down. And he doesn't know if he should take you at your word. You kind of see a small smile appear on his face.
Bit of fur on my coat or something.
Well, as well as the teeth marks wouldn't be coming from a boar.
Okay.
Alferis will take his holy symbol out from the ground and heal you. For 2. He'll do it again for another 2. He'll do it again for 6.
I thank him and ask him how his prayer is going.
Well, can't really tell until it's finished, but I remember the words. Been quite some time since I've had to purify an area.
I see.
I take it from your bloody look, you weren't too lucky in hunting.
I killed a few, but did not manage to kill the last one to grab the last one. I figured to grab the corpses. I figured it best to come out with my life rather than my spoils.
Well, your life is worth a lot more than that of boars.
I like to think so.
And of course, you didn't get those 2 hours back because you ran.
I've already taken them off.
Alright.
What time of day is it now?
It would now be reaching 5 p.m.
Okay, what time does it get dark?
It gets dark around 7 p.m.
Okay. I see what help I can offer Calgor.
Calmore's pretty much moved most of the stuff over. He don't really have much, and he's taken out the sacks of rotten goods and pretty much packed it onto the corpses.
Cool. So, Calmore, you like my wall?
Well, I definitely like the additions you got there. The bandits kind of deserve it, and you can pretty much tell from their faces what they've done in their life.
I figured until we have brick and mortar, we use what we have, and I had bodies.
Well, I can't say much about the brick and mortar, but you might be able to get some wood, logs and such from Aallarra. If it is a town, like you say.
I was thinking of taking a trip up there tomorrow. You're welcome
tomorrow,
to join.
You say? Well, I'm not really fond of them big villages myself, but if you wouldn't mind picking me up a few things while you're there.
Shouldn't be a problem. What would you like?
I basically just need a toolkit so I can work at crafting again.
Artisan toolkit?
Pretty much. You'll have what I need.
Would my toolkit be of any use to him, or is it specified?
What is your toolkit?
Bow making.
No. He needs... There's a lot of different kits. It's not giving me the exact one I need.
Yeah, I know. Mine's just a artisan's toolkit, but I'm pretty sure, I'm assuming that it's specific to your field when you Buy
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So his is going to be needle and thread, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I invite Alferis tomorrow as well.
Alferis will go with you, yes.
So, Calmore, do you have anything you intend to do tomorrow while we're out in town?
Okay, he basically needs, yeah, artisan tools, but he'll need a different type than yours.
Yeah, I've just put toolkit on my thing. My
All right.
note.
Well, I'd probably be lazing about. There's not much else I can do here. I'll probably keep an eye out. Speaking of which, I don't think you'd be too busy to pick up a bow as well as the tools.
A bow or
A
just a regular?
crossbow.
A crossbow. I'll see what we can afford.
No rush, lad. I know the things can be expensive.
It's more I want to pick up a wagon and horse. We have plenty of things to sell, and I don't think I can carry it all.
A wagon and a horse. Well, you can forget the crossbow then. You'll pretty much be spending an old man's savings on that kind of stuff.
Maybe just a pack mule. Would a pack mule work, do you think?
Not really for a wagon.
No, I don't mean for a wagon. I just mean yeah. I guess for purposes right now, a pack mule's probably what I need.
Yeah, a pack mule can carry a certain amount. I can get a certain amount for you.
Or even just a hand cart. Are they a thing?
They can be. Trying to find the mule. Okay, so the pack mule can carry around 600 pounds of weight.
Oh, that's not bad. Certainly not going to be carrying around much in resources for building a wall, but it'll certainly do for carrying loot back and forth.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
a mule is much cheaper.
Yeah. I remember. I don't remember the price, but yeah, I guess I'm going to get a pack mule for the time being.
Well, that'll be 10 times less of the price, and it's probably a good investment for now.
Yeah, I mostly just need something in order to ferry things back and forth to town and while we're out. Eventually, we'll probably need a wagon to carry resources for fixing up this place.
Well, if you're truly wanting to fix up the place, the wagon is definitely what you need. You're gonna need plenty of stone and wood.
Yeah, I reason the same.
If you're
But
wanting a bit more copper in your coin purse, you could check around town, see if they need any armors or cloth making.
that's not a bad idea. What kind of material would you need for me to pick up if you were to craft that kind of stuff?
Well, it always depends on the client. You could probably ask around at the inn. They might be having some wanted posters. Some people like to post up things for people who won't normally carry around. They might want you to make him a fox pelt cloak, maybe some bearskin boots.
We
But the
shall
only thing
certainly
there
take
is
a
that
look.
you're gonna have to hunt the beasties yourself.
Do I have time tonight to fashion a quiver? Not a quiver, a sheath for Alferis.
You can do, yeah.
Yeah. In that case, throughout the night, I'll fashion a sheath ready for tomorrow.
Are you making it out of the fox pelt?
Yeah.
Alright, roll your craft.
It's the first time I've ever done this, I think. 14.
Alright, you make what you can assume to be a sheath from your knowledge of making quivers for arrows, and you make something usable from the fox pelt. However, you had to cut up a few strips of it for retries, and you've pretty much used the entire pelt to make the sheath.
That's fine, I figured it probably would.
Thankfully, you're also able to make something that will loop around his belt, so he's able to use it right now. I take it you give it to him?
Yeah, I do.
Alright, Alferes will hook it on and finally have a place to store his sword.
And we've already eaten today, so we shouldn't need to eat again, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, when it gets to that time, like when it starts to get dark, I suggest we settle down for the night.
Alright, just before the night gets there, Alferes will just heal you up again.
Yep.
For another 6. You can do that 7 times a day.
Oh, nice. Can't remember what my max HP is, so I need to check that. I don't know if I can accidentally go above it.
The token does allow you to go above it, but if you double click your token, it will tell you how much HP you have, but for you it's 17.
Oh, so I need to go -1. I'll say to Calmore that I'll pick up what crafting requests there are at the inn for you. See if there's anything that you're interested in. Perhaps we can make a bit of coin on the side. I fancy myself a bit of a bow maker myself, so...
You'll be hard pressed to find somebody to buy bows and stuff off you, lad. They're pretty much commonplace.
Not the way that I make them.
I am disputing your quality, lad.
Well, if not bows, bows require arrows.
That is true. Always say buy it for arrows.
And we only have 3 bows at the fort right now. It wouldn't hurt to have a couple of spares lying around.
Aye, especially if you wanted to get more people to come around here.
Well, it certainly seems like a good plan. This is an awful lot of wall to be protected by 3 people, if you both stick around.
I can't exactly go back to where I came from, so I'm pretty much stuck here. And since you killed them bandits, I'm pretty sure you're not one of them.
Well, these days you can never be sure, but I can assure you, I am not.
You can't be sure, but you're assuring me. Well, I definitely gotta take you at your word then, don't I?
All I have is my promise. Whether you choose to believe me, that's up to you. I'm adding him to the survivors. What class is he?
He is a ranger.
Oh, nice. Level?
He's just level 1.
Specialty tailor?
Yep, specialty is tailor.
Well, at that point, I don't think there's anything left to do for the night. So, probably set up a new campfire in the new base. And head into the other building. The door's where Calmore is now, right?
Yes.
The campfire.
Well, the entrance way is where he is.
The campfire's assumably right in the middle.
As you enter into the mill, you can notice a distinct lack of this smell that used to be here. The floor is still kind of crummy with some webs here and there, and without real proper cleaning tools, it's pretty much going to stay this way.
I make note of cleaning tools.
Alright.
I suggest we set up a watch since we have had quite a bit of bandit activity, and I volunteer to take the first watch.
Alright.
You need 9 hours of rest in this world? 8?
8
Okay.
hours.
Yeah, I offered to take the first 3 hours.
Yeah, that's fine. And thankfully, there are no attacks this night.
Woohoo!
Though thankfully, it's a very low roll for attacks right now, so there's only the 3 of you.
Nice. Oh, you're factoring in how many people are at the fort? Nice.
Yep.
I must have gotten really unlucky the last 2 days then.
Yep.
When morning comes around, I'd probably tuck out the rations again, get them out for the day.
Alright. I take it out be from the lockbox and...
Yeah. Offering them around, I'll give a ration to each of us. I say we should probably be well fed before we leave. We have a lot to carry. And
Camel will be staying here.
Yep. I offer it up to him anyway and say you're welcome to eat with us now, or you can eat in your own time.
He'll leave it with you now. So are we off to Malola?
Yep. I will get used to not opening up the journal tab.
And from the base, it's going to take you about a day and a half to get to Malola.
In which case, we will be looking for hunting on the way.
Yep. And what exactly are you bringing with you? Or is there anything important you're going to leave behind?
Gonna bring 4 of the 5. I'll add these to my sheet as well. Well, I guess make a note and see what we can split between me and Alfarius.
Alright, now I can check how much Alvarez can carry.
I'm pretty sure we're going to be going encumbered either way, so...
Alvarez doesn't really have a lot of strength. His strength is only 12.
Yeah, it's the same as mine. Did Calmore take up any of the armor, or could he not use it?
He did take any armor, no.
Yeah. In that case, we'd probably take the set of armor and 4 of the rapiers, 2 of the bucklers. We'll see how much that weighs, but...
Alferis is only carrying 44 pounds of weight at the moment, so he has quite a high, big room for supplies. He can carry another 42 pounds of stuff before he goes into heavy.
Okay. So the rapiers are 2 each. There are 4 of them. The bucklers are 5 each, so...
You want him to carry the rapiers?
Yep.
Alright, they're 2 pounds each, you say?
Yep.
Alright.
The bucklers are 5 pounds each, and there are 3 of those. If he wants to take those.
Yep.
How much weight does he have left?
8, 15, 4, 23. He's currently at 67 out of 86. Well, say 85 before he goes into it.
Okay, in which case I'll take back one of those rapiers and I'll give him one of the sets of studded leather, that way it takes him to 85 of 85. And that takes him to medium?
He's currently in medium.
Okay, so that takes him to heavy then.
No, 85 is what he would be before he goes into heavy.
Okay, so it's the same as me then.
How much was the studded leather? 15?
20, yeah, it's 25. 20.
25.
20, sorry, yeah, you're right.
Alright.
And I'm... How much longer is it? Like, is it going to add a lot of time to get there if I'm in heavy encumbrance?
Yes, because it takes off 10 feet of your movement.
Okay, I guess we'll just leave that last set of studded leather behind.
Alright.
And I'll take that last buckler, the last rapier that he left behind. So there should be one rapier left in the fort, and all the rest of it should be on us.
Alright. You say that takes you to medium weight?
Yeah, I'm at medium weight, it leaves him at medium weight.
Yep. He has like 1 pound left until he goes into heavy, so he should be fine.
Yeah, I'm a few pounds.
Alright. I've noted down on his sheet what he has, but you might want to make a note of it as well. But
yeah, it's everything but one rapier and one set of armor. I'll take... Nah, I'll leave my spare longbow behind, actually. I don't want to sell it. Just in case.
Okay. After divvying out the equipment you're going to be selling or just keeping with you to use, you make your way to the north, towards the city of Malola.
You want to make a survival roll to look for...
There's something happening before you can do that.
Oh, okay.
Alright. You travel for about half of a day before it becomes afternoon, as you seem to be catching up with a travelling caravan. Roll me perception.
9.
Technically, you have a friend to help you along.
Right.
So, Aramis, you don't notice too much amiss about the caravan itself. You do notice there are 2 people kind of walking on either side, so one on each side. However, Alferis notices, and he'll tell you, that the caravan itself seems to have been hijacked. As the caravan moves, the little flat kind of keeping the inside hidden move along in the wind. He notices there are 2 crying, what he would call captured people in the back, just kind of like crying. And he notices the 2 people either side of the caravan are in bandit gear.
So it's a slaver caravan?
It's either a slaver caravan or the caravan was hijacked.
Okay, and there are only 2 guards? Or 2 guards that I can see?
There are 2 guys you can see, one on either side of the caravan. It's a good guess that one is also driving it, so 3 at least.
Are they moving at any kind of pace, or...?
They're moving just a tiny bit faster than your walking speed.
I try and get a... Like, do I see... Is there a tree line or anything like that?
Where you are currently, there are some trees, but it doesn't really offer too much stealth opportunities.
Okay. Alferis, what do you want to do? Should we try and save these people?
Well, from what I can tell, there's only 3 captures. Could be easy, but...
We've taken down 3 before.
Yes, and we've had a few battles since then as well. I suppose we're better geared towards this kind of thing now.
And if we succeed, hey, potentially 3 wagon. Or at least a ride to town.
As if they're wanting to give up the caravan. But yes, a free ride into town would be great.
Then let's give it a shot. Let's see what we can do for these people. You know how I feel about slavery.
Yes. Alright, so you get yourself ready to attack the caravan. Let me make a map quickly for you.
Okay.
Okay, are you stealthily approaching?
I'm attempting to, yeah.
Alright, so roll stealth.
16. Are they humans?
From what you can tell, they are humans, yes.
Does the favored enemy work with stealth? Forget.
I don't think it does.
I should check, I have it open anyway. Bluff, knowledge, perception, sense motive, survival.
So, no. And Alferis will keep back a bit since his stealth is not going to be as good as yours. So if he's there, you can get to about here in front of him. Okay, so make your way a bit closer to the caravan as you kind of make a bit more of a jog towards it as you're within throwing distance of it. Aramis is keeping a bit of a closer tail to it with his better stealth, whereas Alferis is moving even slower just to not give away your position.
Okay. So, I can make an action at this point?
Yep.
That's an ominous pile of skulls right next to me, I just noticed.
Just ignore it.
Yeah, and I won't even bother trying to conceal myself. I'm just going to straight up fire at one of these bandits.
Alright.
I just wanted to get a little bit closer with the stealth. I guess I'll fire at the one to the left.
Yep.
15. Plus 2 for favored enemy.
Yep. You ready your bow and shoot towards us. Are you using rapid shot?
No.
Okay.
Maybe precise shot. If I picked that one up, I think it did.
Well, precise shot is always active, and point blank is within 30 feet.
And that definitely is not.
Yeah. So, you ready up your arrow, your bow, knock an arrow, and shoot it towards that bandit as it digs deep into one of his shoulder blades. He yells out in pain as the carriage comes to a halt, and all the bandits start to look towards him as he points towards you guys. Roll initiative.
14. Is it always 0.08?
Yes, because that's your bonus. Is to help with ties. You have
yeah, I know. I was just.
Nope, I don't want to give the carriage an initiative. So upon shooting this guy on the back, they all make their turn to you. However, one is on the carriage, so it's going to take him a bit to get over to you. So the guy who's on the carriage goes first. And he's going to clamber over the carriage just to get next to his ally who's been shot in the back. And he'll get to there.
Okay.
Aramis, it's your go. If you want to, you can hold your turn till after Alferis and he can buff you.
I will.
Alright. Alferis will use the spell Bless. Give you bonus on your attack roll. Alright, so you both now have a +1 on attack rolls.
Okay. I'm gonna fire again, but at the other bandit that was towards the other side. Actually, no, I'm just gonna focus fire. And rapid shot.
Would be best.
Yeah, I'll rapid shot too. So.
Alright.
So 11.
That arrow just goes wild and misses.
And same person. For 12. No, 13.
We'll see if this hits him. 13 is a miss.
Ah.
That over here is going to make his way up. So the bandit really doesn't like that you shot him in the back, so he's going to charge at you. As he thrusts forward with his rapier into your shoulder, as these guys always love to get you in the shoulder, for 3 damage. The guy on the back is also going to make a run, since he hasn't been walking at all, so he's fine. And he's going to get to Alferis. Aramis, you'll go.
Gonna drop my bow behind me and slash it with my sword.
Alright.
For 14.
And, well, beat 15.
Oh yeah, sorry.
But that is a miss.
Oh really? Thought 13 was close. Yeah, no, it was the same one.
Alferis is going to 5 foot to the side as he wants to try and get closer to you. And he's going to attack the bandit next to him with his sword. And that'll be a miss. Bandit over here is going to finally make his way to here and attack you. And miss.
Thank God for that.
The guy who came up to you before is going to attack as well. Oh, and it seems the crits are coming out again.
I guess from the ooh.
As he stabs you with the other shoulder for 9 damage.
He's got a favored enemy as well.
Huh?
Oh, I was looking at Alferis' roll, not. Yeah.
Oh, no.
9 damage.
Yes.
Ow.
Bandit down here is going to attack Alferis. And hit him for 5. Aramis, you'll go.
Ow, Alferis. I say as I swing my sword at the same guy again. Oh, that's a 1. I don't want that.
Thankfully for these bandits, wounding you in the shoulder has made it so your attacks are going way too wide as you just swing at the air.
I said, ow, Alferis.
Alferis is going to 5 foot step to here and use channel. And thankfully he can stop these guys getting it. So you both heal for 4.
Thank you.
He has the feat for selective channeling. If he didn't, these guys get healed at the same time.
Oh, thank God for that. Don't need to be fixing them. I can't even remember what damage I've done to them, to be honest. It's just the arrow to the back that did it, I think.
This guy is going to 5 foot over here as he goes for the guy who's healing. And he hits Alferis for 2 damage. Guy you shot in the back is going to attack you again.
Someone might think he's got a bit of a grudge.
Possibly. He still has an arrow peeking out of his shoulder blade. And he deals 5 damage to you. The bandit who is going to go over to Alferis and attack him and just hit the ground with his rapier. Aramis.
I try again with this bandit. While crying out, this shit hurts, Alferis. 21. 23. 24.
Right, so...
Sorry, I keep forgetting the +1. And I don't have the note on the sword. I need to fix that.
+2 to damage. Alright. Sadly, your arms are getting weak from the blood loss. You're able to hit this guy, but it's a very faint hit as you deal 3 damage to him. And Aphras would like to give you flanking, however there's not really a good position for him to do so, as he's just going to allow them to get you flanking on you if he does. So he's just going to keep on healing.
Good idea, Alferis.
He heals you both for 5.
Need to get that dwarf a crossbow.
Bandit just below you really doesn't like the guy who's healing. Hey, mate! Give you 10 gold to stop healing this man. As he starts to jingle his pouch. And that'll be his turn as he's trying to bribe Alferis. The bandit next to you is going to go for your shoulder blade again as it keeps healing back up. And thankfully you've learnt to have a bit of an immune system towards attacks to your shoulders as you narrowly dodge it.
I don't understand these people's preference for shoulders. Like, is this how they're trained at bandit camp?
Is it like you're trained to go for the throat?
Well, that's just a preference.
This other bandit just kind of gets annoyed at his other bandit. Hey, we're not meant to be paying them, we're meant to be killing them. As he brings his rapier to attack Alferis. Thankfully, Alferis is able to step to the side. Aramis.
I swing my sword at this guy's neck. The 13.
And that'll be a miss. Goes back to Alferis, who is going to 5-foot step to here. Oh no, to here. That'll be better. And he's going to cast a spell on you because you keep getting hit. He's going to give you Shield of Faith, give you +2 to your AC.
Cool.
And that'll be in the deflection setting. But we can just keep it in mind for now. And that'll be his turn. This bandit towards... He was trying to buy Alferis, just keeps seeing him cast spells, and is going to go for him. And misses. The bandit you are laying into is getting continually annoyed at you, as his fury blinds his eyes and misses. So the bandit down here is going to go for Alferis and miss. Aramis.
I swing my sword at its throat. The 13, 12.
It would have been nice if that had hit, but sadly you miss.
Should stop aiming for its throat, I guess.
Go for a bigger target.
Yeah. How's Alferis looking health-wise?
Alferis is at max HP at the moment.
Oh, nice.
Do you want to heal, or do you want Alferis to attack?
I'm up half. Yeah, I ask him for another heal.
Alright. Since it'll be better, he's going to just use Cure Light Wounds on you. Ooh, he might not be able to access to a concentration check, because concentration isn't really that high. He'll just use Channel, because that would be safer.
Okay.
Heals you for 6.
And at -6. Unless I take a big beating now, I just him attack. Or cast support spells if he has any more, but I don't know what else he has.
Will attack Alferis. Ooh, one of them does a deep cut into him for 7.
Oh.
Bandit attacking you will attack again. And apparently your attacks have made him just kind of flail around at something that's not even there as he attacks a butterfly. Aramis, your go.
I sting like a bee. No, I don't. No, I really don't.
You sting like a bee, but you do not float like a butterfly. as you miss. Alferis needs healing this time, so he's going to heal both of you for free. As it goes back to you. Oh no, you just had your attack.
Yeah.
The two bandits will try and attack Alferis again. And it is not his lucky day. As one of them hits him for 7, and
Ouch.
the other one hits him for 2, and he goes unconscious.
This guy falls over too much. And I'm assuming I can't drag him out. Not while I'm surrounded.
Not where you're surrounded, no. This guy will try and attack you and miss. Aramis.
How badly beat up does this guy I'm attacking look?
He's bleeding profusely.
I swing my sword at him. And I'm really sucking at the rolls today, what the hell?
Well, that is a miss. As Alferis tries to not die. Alferis doesn't die. He's just gonna lay there as you guys do whatever you're doing. And these guys start to surround you. And thankfully you do best when surrounded as you dodge 3 of their stabs.
Ooh.
Aramis.
Am I able to step to the side to get out flanking?
Yeah, you can do a 5-foot step.
That go diagonally?
Yep.
Attack here, and I'll swing my sword at him.
12.
You should probably stick with your bow. It has a higher bonus.
Yeah, but using a bow at close range just doesn't really work.
You get point blank shot, which adds to the
Oh
attack
yeah, I
damage
keep
rolls.
forgetting I have that.
These guys are going to try and get around you again. Have they all attack? Oh, and one of them almost crit you. As you take 4 damage. You're able to dodge the 2 other attacks.
Okay.
It goes back to you.
Where is my bow? I'm assuming it's going to take a full action to pick it up.
Your bow is currently just below Alferis.
Yeah, and it's going to take a full action to pick up, I assume.
It's a move action to pick it up.
Okay. In which case I'm going to sidestep round to there and swing my sword again. And actually hit, I think. So 18.
Yep.
And 8 damage.
Take a hop to the side as you drive your sword into this guy's throat.
Back of his neck, nice.
Hit back of the neck. He falls to the ground. 2 other bandits aren't exactly keen on you killing their body, so they're going to move up and try and attack you. As they both miss.
Okay. Ah, that's why they have high AC, they have shields. I step to here and swing my sword. 20.
Yep, it seems you've had enough of these guys as you're attacking them all, dealing 3 damage to this guy. They continue to follow you, trying to pierce you with their rapiers, and thankfully that buff from Alferis is making it so they can't touch you.
Nice.
Back to you.
Step here. Attack with sword. Do nothing.
You trip on some rocks and your sword just goes into the air. They continue to follow you. Oh, and one of them stabs right into your side for 7 damage.
Ouch.
And it's your go.
Step to here. 16, 19.
Yep.
3 damage.
And you bring your sword back into this guy for another 3 damage. They continue. This one guy's just done almost a full circle trying to follow you. Why have they always gotta be so quick on their feet? And it seems you've winded him somewhat as they both miss their attacks. It goes back to you.
So if I step back to where my bow is, am I able to pick it up and use it, or?
What is your BAB?
Uh,
If it's above 1, then yes.
BOB, where do I find that?
It's on your classes or attacks.
On my classes or attacks?
Yes. In your core, there's a classes section for like your level and then your BAB.
BAB 1.
Alright, then yeah, if you 5-foot step into there, you can pick it up.
Okay.
And then shoot with it if you want to. You only get 1 shot though.
That's fine. I'm gonna fire at the injured one. Or a crit.
Oh. Doesn't confirm though.
That's fine.
As you bring up your bow and shoot him into his shoulder, he's still up.
4 more damage though.
They move up to attack the now archer. And again, Alvarez's buff is just protecting your life as they both bounce off of the Shield of Faith. You'll go. You'll need to 5 a step away, otherwise they'll get attack opportunity for you using ranged weapons.
And how does point blank shot work?
Point blank just works whenever you are within 30 feet of them, and it adds 1 to your attack and damage rolls.
Nice, so +3 total because favoured enemy.
Yes.
So I'm going to step back to here and fire at the same guy.
Yep.
Point blank.
Are you rapid shotting?
No. Well,
Right.
if it's point blank, can I do both? Or is it one or the other? Oh, then yeah.
You can use them all. Well, that's a miss because this ball just goes into the air.
What the hell? The hell's with my rolls today? Well, and last time as well.
The wounds to your shoulders are just not doing you any good as both your arrows just fly straight into the air.
Apparently I'm getting too used to the sword.
The bandits chuckle as they move in closer for the attack. And they both miss you as they are laughing and panting. As you'll go.
Step back to here, fire at the same bandit. 19, and that would a rapid shot as well. So
yep.
20.
Arrow goes straight into this guy's throat, coming out the other side.
9 damage. Is he still up?
Oh, he's down. The arrow went straight for his throat. He's gonna die from that kind of thing.
Good, good. Poor Aramis got corpses on top of him. Alferis.
Alferis. And if it's a rapid shot, you can use the attack on the other guy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep, rapid shot is 2 shots.
11.
And that's a miss. Bandit's gonna keep following you to the ends of the earth.
Oh no, it would have been 12.
Misses. 12 would have missed.
Yeah, I figured.
It's your go.
Step to here. Rapid shot again. Did that come up? I think it did. 8's a miss. So it's 9, also probably a miss, so 11.
Yep, they both miss. Bandit continues to follow you. And misses.
Thank God for that damn shield.
Yep.
Oh, 17.
Oh, the second one hits for 9 damage. Going to the side of this guy's shoulder.
Is that 9 or is that 10 because of the...
Oh yeah, 10 because of point blank, so another 1 damage.
Cool.
Pretty much going into this guy's collarbone, just narrowly missing his throat.
I sort of grunt in how close I was to my target, but not quite there.
Bandit continues to chase you, adamant he's going to be able to finish you off, and he just the blood loss from his chest is just making his swords too slow and allowing you to dodge him. As it's your go.
22.
And taking a step to the side, you knock another arrow and straight through this guy's Adam's apple.
Nice.
He falls to the ground.
Thank God for that. I thought this fight was going to go very badly for me again.
It almost did.
Yeah. I was very close to just leaving Alferis behind. Okay. So I fired 3, 6, 7, 8.
It should be 9 arrows you shot.
I count 10. But we can go
Oh.
9 if you want. I'm going to try and recover them.
Yeah. Do an XP first.
Yep. And I will attempt to heal Alferis with whatever I can with my skill check. I'm assuming I can do some basic healing with heal, right? Or is that not how it works?
Yep, you can use heal. 1, 2. Okay, you retrieve 3 of your arrows.
Ouch, so I lost 6.
Yes.
Fortunate. Definitely going to have to some more. Down to 23 out of 40. Okay. I'll do what I can to heal Alferis up a bit before I go to the approach the wagon.
Fine. Roll heal.
Oops, I'm on the right tab. $25.
Okay, so tearing off pieces of these bandits' clothing, you're able to tie up some of the wounds that were done to Alferis as you're able to wake him back up again. However, he's very weak. Did we get him?
There was no we, but I suppose you helped. Yeah, they're all done. I'm about to go and check on these people in the wagon.
Do you mind passing me my symbol?
No problem. I pass him his symbol as I get close to see if I can get in on whatever he does.
Yep, he's gonna use channel to heal himself, and that includes you as well.
Cool.
And he'll use it until he's back up on his feet for another 5. And another 2.
So 4, 5, and 2.
Yes.
So 11. Takes me to full.
He gets back up.
Takes me to full exact, actually. Okay.
Well, he's 9 of 11, but he only has 1 of the channels left.
Yeah. So the channels, is that 7 times per day for channels, or is that 7 spells per day?
7 channels per day.
Oh, cool.
He only has 3 spells per day.
Okay. I'm going to approach the wagon and check on the people inside.
Alright. Now first come with you. You get closer to the caravan and are able to move the cloth that separates the outside to the inside, as you see a man and a woman tied up and gagged on the floor of the caravan with some crates lining the sides.
I remove the
They
gags.
kind of jump as they notice you. You're moving the gags, are you?
Yep.
As you move the gags, the man just kind of starts to shout, "Let us go, you bandit scum!"
Whoa, 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 I just took care of the bandits. I'm releasing you now. And I step to the side so I can see the 3 bodies.
As they notice the bodies, they kind of ease up a bit. However, they're still keeping their eyes on both you and Alferis. You might kill them lot. Never gonna say you ain't just a rival gang.
I have no intention of harming you in any way. You are more than welcome to go on your way. I was hoping that perhaps you could give us a ride to... Is it Melolas? I keep forgetting.
Melola.
Melola.
Roll diplomacy.
And I mentioned that that is optional. They obviously don't have to. 19.
Alright. You try and calm down the two, what you could assume to be traders, as they start to visibly calm down. And the man tells you that he'll let you ride in the back.
Yeah, and I release some of their bonds.
Yep.
Before we go, I check the corpses.
Alright.
You want me to roll for each of them?
Yes.
In no particular order. Ooh, crit the first one. Now I roll well.
Yeah. Alright. Thankfully, on one of them, it seems that they were either on the way to trade or they had stole something along the way, as he has a sack of gold on him. As you are able to find 150 golds, two of their stud of leather are still within good repair. They all have they all have bucklers. Only one of them was carrying a bow with arrows, and three of them are having rapiers.
So 150 gold total.
Yes.
Okay, and since we're getting a lift to town, I'm assuming it's fine just to take all the stuff.
Yeah, you can plump it on the back of the caravan.
Cool. In which case, I load it all up. I'll offer them some money towards the some money for giving me the ride.
How much are you giving them?
10 gold.
Alright, they take the 10 gold from you rather willingly. As the man cracks on the whips of the horse as it starts to pull the caravan along with you on it. And with the caravan, you're making a bit more of a faster approach to Malola, as it's almost double the speed you would have travelled otherwise. Our first turns to you as you're riding in the back of the caravan, as he starts to wipe off his blade and symbol of blood. I don't suppose you're thinking of attacking every bandit you see?
Only if they're causing trouble with people. If we can avoid a fight and not cause somebody to be taken... Let me rephrase that. If we can... if it's a fight we can avoid that's not going to cause other people any harm, then we can avoid the fight. But if it's... if they're carrying slaves and stuff, I intend to do what I can to help these people.
Well, from my own experience with bandits, it seems like you're going to be attacking almost all of them.
That's how it's going to be.
It might be best if we improve our gear or something if we're doing that, or at least getting some more people to fight with us.
We'll do what we can. I can equip the buckler, right? I'm proficient in shields.
Yes, you can equip the buckler, however, you will take a minus if you use a bow with it on.
Yeah, I won't bother. I considered dual wielding, but the debuffs are just the worst.
Yeah, and you have to stick a load of feats into it. So, do you know much about Malola? Or is you not knowing about this land?
Can I roll a knowledge check?
Yes, knowledge local.
Got that now.
Ooh.
Not that it did me any fucking good.
Let's see if Alferus has knowledge local. He does not. All he has is knowledge religion. Let's see if his intelligence tells him anything. Nope.
I say no.
Alright.
First time here. Perhaps these merchants will know know something.
Are you going to make your way towards the front to talk to the two merchants?
Yeah, I'll move forward slightly. I'll try not to be too, like, intimidating in my approach.
Alright.
I get the feeling they're not too comfortable with giving me a ride. No, I did roll pretty well on that.
Well, you do look like a bandit yourself.
Yeah. But I did free them, so...
Alright. You asked the couple about Malola, and they are kind of reluctant to talk to you too much. However, they give you a general gist of the place. Malola used to be a beach resort of the Kingdom of Al, where civilians from the fridge would come to relax away from the harshness of the cold. Sadly, the lax nature and general vacation attitude to the city caused it to fall too easily to the bandits, and it's mostly now a bandit-run city. There are still some survivors and townsfolk here, however they're pretty much pushed around by bandit folk.
Okay. Do I need to write that down, or is it going to be added to the cities and villages? No.
I can add it to cities and villages.
Okay. I'll ask them if they know of a place where I can sell all of this gear.
Well, it is quite the place of scum and villainy. Pretty sure you'd be able to find somebody buy a dead man's gear off of you. Plenty of shops around, though none I would know by name.
Okay. I take the opportunity to, like, while we're traveling, find a scrap of material or something and just clean off all the blades as best I can, try and make them look as new as I can.
Yeah,
Make sure there's no
you
blood
can find a
behind
cloth within the caravan.
I try and patch up the weaponry and patch up the armor as best I can so it at least looks unused.
Roll craft.
Just straight up craft.
Yes.
I don't have a blank just craft button right now.
Just do the craft of bows, because you'll just be using that knowledge.
Okay. I have 1 point in it, so I guess it's 6. And I guess I'd also take my whetstone and run it over the blade's edges and stuff if I have time, just to...
Yep, that's fine. You'll have the time.
I figured that way it'll be a little more presentable in the store. I can try and push for a little more value out of it that way.
So you maintain the gear somewhat shoddily, but it's noticeable they've had some work done to them as the caravan moves on its way towards the city of Malola. It takes a few hours as the sun starts to fall down, as you can hear the chatter of townsfolk and the gruff voices of arguing bandits. The caravan goes for quite a way into the city itself, kind of bumping along on the uneven roads. take
And
a few turns
during
here
the
and there.
travel, I'll also try and keep some casual conversation with the people, the merchants. Try and get them to at least be a little more, not necessarily trustful, but less distrustful. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, you can roll diplomacy.
Five. Guess I don't do a good job of it.
You're not able to change their opinion too much of you.
Okay.
The caravan finally comes to a halt as it seems to park up into the town square. And looking out into the city itself, it's full of vagrant children and tradesmen going about their business. And you don't really see much of a guard around. However, plenty of bandits are standing watch on the street corners, sometimes tripping over townsfolk or even kind of intimidating them into dropping what they have.
Okay, cool. Did you want to take a break now, or seems like a good spot for it? Is what I'm thinking.
Yep, we can take our break here.
I mean, I don't mind carrying on, but taking now's probably a really good point, rather than getting in the middle of something.
Yeah, we can take a break here now.
Okay.
And now she'll be right back.
Me too.
Microphone muted. Microphone activated.
Microphone activated.
Yarp.
Ready to continue?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So what does Aramis do as the carriage pulls up?
I'm keeping an eye on the local area. You said that I see a lot of trade and stuff going on.
So you see traders moving about, and there are some stalls kind of strewn across the town square, as well as some shops.
I'm keeping an eye out for anywhere that has the kind of things I'm looking to sell. Swords and armor and such.
You don't see anything really about swords or armor on the stalls themselves. However, you do spot down one of the roads a sign on one of these shops that does seem to resemble a weapon shop.
Okay. I'm pretty loaded up at this point, so I'm gonna have to sell some stuff before going to somewhere like the inn. So I'm gonna head towards that shop first with Alferis, not Aramis, because that's me.
I go with myself. Alright, you head over to the weapon shop. It doesn't really have any sort of sign that says the name or business it's a part of. It's just really a symbol of some weapons.
Before I leave the wagon, I do make an effort to be polite and thank them for the trip.
They wave you off.
Ask them if the 10 gold coins was enough, or if they need.
No, they said that was enough.
Okay. Then yeah. I head inside of the building. Is there a window? I look through first. There is.
If there used to be a window here, there isn't anymore, as there's pretty much a load of wood boards where you would have thought stone or glass would have been previously.
Can I hear noise coming from inside?
You can hear plenty of chatter inside, as well as people walking about and the clanking of metal.
Then I open the door and walk in.
You enter the door and walk into the weapon shop. You notice you can pretty much tell they're bandits walking amongst the makeshift aisles. Some of them are already geared up, either looking for upgrades or just looking at the wares, whereas others are less armoured and pretty much looking amongst what they would buy.
I try not to draw too much attention to myself as well.
There's the man carrying goods from killed bandits.
Yep. Well, gotta sell something.
Try to be as not suspicious as you can be amongst a town full of bandits.
At least I look like a bandit, apparently.
Yeah. Ferris doesn't, because he looks like a cleric.
Maybe well, it's too late now. Maybe next time I should have him put the shackles back on and pretend that he's a slave.
Yeah. I assume you make your way to the counter?
Yep.
Alright, you make your way to the counter, and as you get closer, you notice a large figure on the other side, pretty much in the form of a rather thick and heavy orc. From what you can tell, he's no longer a bandit, even if he used to be one, as he's put on quite a bit of weight. However, his presence is still intimidating. He turns over to look at you, as if he had just finished drinking from a mug, as you can smell a kind of alcoholic whiff coming from his breath. What are you buying?
Actually, I'm here to sell.
Sell? Ain't got many traders round these parts. What are you offering to trade?
I have some swords, some armor, and some shields.
Well, ain't you just the pick of the litter, bringing me almost enough to arm a band of bandits?
Almost.
Chuck 'em on the table. Let's have a look-see.
I line up the swords first.
So, are you getting Alferis's ones as well?
Yeah,
Alright. You check on the table the rapiers as he looks over them.
5? Oh no, there should be more than that now because we picked up 2 more, I think it was, or 3 more.
On Alferus, he is carrying 3 rapiers.
3? Okay. And I've got 1 more, plus the 3 from before.
So, should be 7 rapiers total then.
Can we just type it in? What
Yeah,
we
type
have.
in the chat. The orc looks over the rapiers and kind of picks them up and pokes them as his finger's quite a bit larger than the blade itself. Yeah, we call these elf pokers, these things. Ain't really much of a blade. But you got quite a few. And they're okay. Could craft something better in my sleep. Give you 60 gold for the lot of them.
Am I making a price check to see what they're actually worth?
Yes, you can roll appraisal.
Ooh.
You're pretty sure he's giving you a good deal.
I say I'll keep that number in mind for now. How about the bucklers, and I lay out the bucklers. So 6 bucklers.
You call them bucklers, but they more just look like twigs. Kind of picks them up and starts to knock on them individually, trying to check if they're hollow, you'll assume. Ain't really fond of the wood ones myself. And you're giving him 6 of them, are you?
Mm-hmm. And again, I'll try and make my own appraisal at the same time.
I'll give you 12 gold for the 6 bucklers. You can roll appraise. Again, you're pretty sure it's a good price.
Pretty sure it's not, but...
Well, your character thinks so.
Oh, yeah. And then finally I lay out the studded levers. There should be 3 of them.
Yep. Now here's the good stuff. Actual armor. Not that bloody leaf stuff I hear about from druids. Ugh, make me sick. Wearing leaves. Gotta wear the pelt of your hill. Let's have a look at them. Bit small for me. Picks up the studded leather and starts to stretch them out, kind of pulling them to see how strong they are. Kind of unbuckles some of them, kind of testing out the straps. Every so often he sniffs them. Well, you got 3 sets of studded leather, eh? Give you 36 gold for the 3. And with your appraise, you're pretty sure that's close to what you'd get anywhere else.
I've been offered 72, 108 gold for the lot.
108 gold for those things you showed him, yes.
And yeah, that's everything I have, I'm pretty sure. I accept the deal.
Alright. I'll delete it from Alferis's sheet. He kind of like moves his hand across the table as he pushes all the items to the side, and then brings out a sack and starts counting out a few coins, then drops it on your side. There you go, smooth skin. Now,
what does he give it me?
You happen to be buying anything?
Is it all in gold or any of it in platinum?
It's all in gold pieces. Some of them are a bit bent, whilst others are a bit more of a red hue, but you're pretty sure they're all gold.
Some of them are bloody.
Yes.
Yeah. I ask him if he happens to have a crossbow.
Crossbow? You wanted more than that teeny bow on your back?
That I am.
Well, we got some in stock, got some on the shelves. What are you looking for in particular? We got light ones, we got heavy ones. Ain't got any small ones, though.
Would I know what would be a good crossbow for the dwarf?
The dwarf would have told you he'd like a medium-sized light crossbow.
I repeat that.
Yeah, we got one of them. You want in just a normal one or a great one?
What's the price for the normal? What's the price for the great?
The price for the normal one? Crossbow of that, 40 gold. For a great one, 340.
Go with just a normal.
Just a normal one, eh? Alright. Kind of pats down his dirt that's kind of bulging from his weight, and he picks out a key as he goes into one of the cabinets just to the side of him. He reaches into it and pulls out a few crossbows, looking them over, as he brings out one you would assume to be the better of the lot that were in there. And you can roll perception if you want to.
Can I roll sense motive as well?
For what?
To see if I get an impression that he's trying to cheat me out of my money. Would that be
sure.
sense motive?
Yeah, you can do that.
So appraise and sense motive.
Perception.
Oh, perception, sorry. 22 for the perception, 9 for the sense.
Alright. As you look at the orc kind of messing through the crossbows in the cabinet, you can see just in the corner of the cabinet itself a gnome that has been tied upside down, and from what you can assume is unconscious. He is rather beaten and bruised, as he definitely shouldn't be that colour.
Okay.
The orc pulls out a crossbow and then slams the cabinet shut, and to your mind, he's picked out a good quality one. Some of the others did look a bit shoddy. He brings the crossbow over to you and puts it on the table. That'll be 40 gold.
I hand over the 40 gold.
He takes the 40 gold from you and kind of just pushes the crossbow a bit closer to you. Ah, you want in bolts with that, or you wanting to hit people over the head?
I pick up. Yeah, I asked for bolts.
I could do you 10 for 1 gold.
I'll take 20 if you have them.
Ah, big spender here. Kind of chuckles as his stomach visibly wobbles. He then kind of puts his hand under the counter, and you can see him fiddling around a bit as he picks out 2 little stacks of bolts that have been tied together with string, and you're pretty sure there's 20 there.
Okay.
Plots them on the counter as he puts out his hand for the 2 gold.
I hand it to him.
He then pushes the bolts closer towards you. Is that all, Smoothskin?
I asked him if he sells tools here, or if he knows where I can get things like tools and food. And a mule.
Tools? What kind of tools you looking for?
Looking for some cleaning tools, some farming tools, and a tailor's toolkit.
Well, I ain't one for cleaning. You then see him spit onto the ground next to him. That's the best I can do. But if you're looking for worksman tools and the like, there's a shop, like, 3 doors down the way.
I thank him and hand him over a handful of silver, 5 silver. For the information.
He crosses the silver in his hand. Pleasure doing business with you.
And I head out of the store with a pocket full of change.
Alright, you head back into the streets. There's still plenty of people milling about, even as the sun starts to set in the distance.
I hand the bolts and the crossbow over to Alferis.
Alright.
That way I don't have to find the stats for them.
Alright, he'll sling the crossbow onto his back and put the bolts into his backpack.
I head on down to the store that you mentioned.
Alright, you take the directions given by the orc, and thankfully it's only 3 doors down, like you said, and you find another shop. And on the inside, it's pretty much barren of any customers, and you can notice what you could assume to be a half elf, half orc man manning the till.
Interesting combination. I don't know that I've ever heard of that combination, actually.
2 of them were the cronies at Hayden.
Oh, they were.
Yeah, the 2 cronies that got you out of your house in Hayden were both half orc and half elf.
Oh, okay. Oh, so there's 2 people in the store?
In this store, there's only 1.
And they were it's a mix of elf and orc?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I head in.
Head inside.
Excuse me.
There's not that much dust in there. As you enter, it's pretty much just as you saw from the outside. There's only like 1 or 2 customers milling about, and even then, they don't seem to be finding what they want here, as they quickly leave.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out why I'm still encumbered after getting rid of it.
Money?
Yeah, that could be it. Does gold weigh a lot more than silver?
No, they all weigh the same, it's just you have a lot of it now.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. I approach the counter and I ask if he has tailoring tools, cleaning tools, or farming tools.
You're getting quite the selection there. I got some of what you need. Depends on what kind of quality you're looking for. I got the mundane, but I also got the good stuff.
In reference to...
He's basically referring to masterwork tools or just normal tools.
all 3 sets? Are they all just going to end up being artisan tools? Is that what you're meaning?
Yeah.
Okay. Just the mundane will do fine.
Alright, so you want in tailoring, farming, and that's the 2 kits you want in?
Tailoring, farming, and I need some cleaning supplies.
I can throw that in. All in all, that'll be 12 gold.
And do I know that to be a good price?
You can roll appraisal.
Well,
You're pretty sure it's close to the price you'd get anywhere else. It might be a bit more expensive here, but you can't say for certain.
yeah, I hand it over.
Right, you hand the man 12 gold, and he hands you a tailoring kit, some farming tools, and some cleaning stuff. They weigh about £5 each.
Writing it down on paper, I'll add it to the sheet in a minute. I also ask him for some field rations.
Not every day I get people in here asking for food. And it won't be sold here. You might have to go to the marketplace. You could also go to the tavern.
Tavern seems like a good place to go. At a general look around, what else can I see this guy selling?
The guy sells a lot of tools and basically everyday supplies. He's got like soap, brooms, hammers, basically anything you need to have a craft or profession in the world.
Okay.
He also sells some nails.
Nails might be useful.
also notice he sells handcuffs and manacles.
Interesting. I thank him for his business, and I ask him if he could direct me to the inn.
Hey. Give me 1 second.
Taylor's kit and farming kit, is it alright just to add them both as artisan tools? I have one on my sheet already, so I can just add the quantity.
Yeah, sure. Oh, there's a tavern down the way, about 2-minute walk. Goes by the Bloody Hammer.
Thank you. And I head to the Bloody Hammer.
Alright. You take the directions he gave you, and just like he said, it's just a couple minutes walk. You pass by many townsfolk who mostly have their heads held down and their shoulders all slumped, with plenty of bandits going about, cussing, spitting, and pushing around most people. However, due to both you and Alferis actually having weapons on hand, you pretty much blend in well enough that the bandits leave you alone. There are a few gazers here and there at Alferis, as his outfit is a bit more clean than others, but nobody really stops you on the streets.
Okay.
Make your way to what you could assume to be the Bloody Hammer. However, there is no sign. It looks as if it was ripped off quite some time ago, and just like its name, the walls have plenty of dents and red markings across them. Pretty sure it's not decorative.
Okay. I head inside. Do I see a wanted board or anything like that?
As you walk inside, you do notice a board of such near to the counter, just next to the stairs, as well as this tavern being full of drunkards, bandits, and some townsfolk who are just trying to keep to themselves.
Okay. I approach the bar, and
Okay.
I'll speak to the innkeep, order a couple of drinks.
As you approach the counter, you notice a female human who doesn't look like the most attractive of innkeepers, but you're pretty sure from the bruises on her the bandits have had enough fun. And you say you're ordering what?
A couple of drinks. Well, I'll order a drink for myself. I'll offer one for Alferis.
Thankfully, Alferis is allowed to drink. So he'll take the drink that you offer. And the drinks are 5 copper each.
So a silver. So
Yes.
I hand over a silver.
Right, she pours you 2 mugs of ale and hands them to you.
I thank her, and then I take my drink over and take a look at the wanted board.
As you head towards the wanted board, you see plenty of flashes from daggers into it, as well as a few daggers still kind of stuck straight fast into them, as well as some more dents and red marks across it. There are some pieces of parchment still attached to the board itself. Some of them seem to be mostly grudges against other townsfolk, meaning to kill a bandit here or to take the ear of an elf hit there.
Okay.
You do notice one in particular, which seems to be a bit more to your speed as a hunter, as there's someone who is wanting to have a bear pelt delivered to them.
I take the poster.
All right.
Do
It doesn't
I
give
see
you
any kind of requests or anything on there either? Or
on
just
the
bear pelt?
parchment or the board.
On the board.
Besides the cutthroat requests, the poster for the bear pelt is pretty much the only thing you can really find.
Okay.
The bear pelt poster itself doesn't have a name for its clients. However, it does note that it's for a man with too much coin in his pocket up in the fridge, and they want to have a pristine bear pelt delivered to a man at Malola, who is then going to transfer it over to the fridge. It is 50 gold in return for the bear pelt, or they are offering 100 gold if you are able to craft it into clothing for them.
Does it specify what kind of clothing?
Not that you can tell, but since it's a bear pelt and it's for someone in the fridge, you're pretty sure it's meant to be for cold weather.
So like a coat.
Coat, gloves, hat, boots.
Okay. I fold up the pocket and put it in my belt pouch. Fold up the parchment. Head back to the innkeep and ask her about some field rations and perhaps a place to stay for the night.
The lady says she can wrap up some foods on the road, however she can't spare too much as plenty of her stocks have already been bought or taken from the residents. She can sell you 6 rations at 5 silver each.
Okay. So 3 gold. I hand her over 5. 5 gold. Take the rations.
Alright, she takes the gold from you and doesn't really say much about it.
I ask her about a room for the night and perhaps some meals.
She walks over to the side and motions you over, as that is where the book for the rooms is currently. She flicks through it and you notice plenty of the pages have been torn out or stabbed with daggers, probably from some customers who weren't happy with what they had. And she tells you that she has just 1 room left, and it'll be 5 silver for the night.
I take it, and I ask if they do a hot meal.
Yep, they do meals for you. They have currently 3 meals on offer.
Cool.
They have boiled fish, cheese, as well as a tankard of ale. They also do sausage, cabbage, as well as a tankard of mead. And then the final thing is boiled sausage with cheese and, again, a tankard of ale.
I let Alferis decide.
Alferis likes the sound of roasted sausage and cabbage.
I bet he does. I take the same.
Alright, that'll be 10 copper each, or 1 silver if you're wanting to do it that way.
Yep. And I offer the lady a drink.
She tells you that if she were to drink whilst working, plenty of the men in the bar would want their own drinks given to them.
Perhaps after working.
She seems visibly scared to even talk to you.
Okay. I ask her if there's a place I can buy a mule or pack horse.
Tells you there's a stables near the entrance of the city that you might be able to buy such a thing from.
And I also ask if there's anything that she purchases or anything. Perhaps I intend to trade here frequently. if there's anything I can procure that may be of interest, I can make sure I take it here before elsewhere.
You're asking if the inn sells anything?
If the inn purchases anything.
If the inn purchases anything? The inn itself would buy any game you can hand over.
Okay.
Either cut up prior to giving it, or the beast itself.
Yep. And I'm doing my best to be polite. Trying to be, not trying to necessarily make friends, because I can see that she obviously doesn't trust me and thinks me a bandit, but I do what I can to calm her. 12.
Well, she's not entirely scared of you, but she is very wary.
Okay.
She does have to cut away now and then just to tend to anyone who comes up to the counter itself.
And what time of day is this now?
It's currently... Oh, it's reaching 8 PM now.
Okay. I finish my drink and eat my meal, head up to the room, leave Alfarius to follow if he wishes. I suspect he does.
Yep.
Suspect he doesn't much care for being around bandits too long.
Especially on his own, looking like what he does.
Yeah.
He follows you up to the room, and as you can tell, all the other rooms have either been shut, or if they were to be lived in, their doors have been smashed off.
Okay.
You reach the one that was given to you, and inside there's pretty much just a piece of hay on the ground, and what you can assume to be the frame of a bed that was long since broken. There is a cabinet that's still in one piece, as well as a bucket and hole in the ground that is already filled with water, which you can assume to be what you wash yourself with.
Okay. And there's no door?
There's a door to this one, yes.
Okay. I close the door and I look to see if there's something I can put in front of the door that's not going to take too much, make too much noise doing it.
You could take a part of the bed frame. It's not being used and it's just kind of sitting there.
Then I make an effort to wedge the door shut in case there's any surprises in the night.
You take the end of the bed frame and are able to wedge it underneath the handle of the door.
I say to Alfarius, we should try and get some rest, but maybe it's still worth keeping watch while we're here.
Well, thankfully we just have to keep an ear out rather than make rounds. But
Exactly.
Yes, I agree.
So, I ask him if he wants to take first or second watch. I'm not picky.
He'll take the first watch.
Okay, I take the second. And we rest the night.
Yep. The night passes as you take your watches here and there. There isn't much of a hassle towards your room. However, you do hear plenty of footsteps going across the corridor, as well as the clubbing of wood and steel every now and again from adjacent rooms and downstairs. However, there's not much difference in the volume to really warrant any kind of stress.
Just general drunken rowdiness.
Yeah. It reaches daytime, and not too surprisingly, the noise is still about the same, as people are still about in the rooms and in the tavern itself downstairs.
Okay. I head back downstairs. Do I see the same innkeeper?
Yep, the same innkeeper is there, and looking around the room, it's emptied a bit, however it's still kind of full up to the brim on its tables.
Do you have any fresh bruises or anything?
No, she seems fine this morning.
Okay. I approach the bar and I thank her for the stay, making another effort to just be friendly.
Diplomacy?
10.
Well, she's not visibly shaken by you approaching, however, she's not really in a smiling mood.
Yeah. Not really used to this kind of behavior.
And if she was, it'd be for people who are just trying to take advantage.
Yeah. Okay. So, I guess we head out of town. Not out of town, head towards the stable.
Yep. You take the directions that the innkeeper gave you, and you're able to find stables just kind of situated around the gates of the city.
Okay. I approach the stable hand or whoever's there.
Yep, there's a orcish man kind of slapping the horses every now and again and moving stuff around, which you could assume to be the either owner or worker here.
Do I see a mule or pack horse of some kind that might be of use to me?
You see a few donkeys and mules, yes.
Yeah, I approach the guy, I ask him, I tell him straight up that I'm looking to buy a mule. A pack mule.
The orc turns around, and as you approach, you notice he might have a bit of a giant in his blood, as he's a lot taller than the last orc you found. He looks around as if he's trying to find you, then his head tilts down. Ah, you're down there. You're looking for a mule, you say?
Aye.
I've got a fine mule over here. Just follow me, kind sir. He kind of waves his hands, and you're pretty sure he's making fun of you.
Okay, I follow him. I don't rise
He walks
to it.
you over. He walks you over to one of the mules and kind of just slaps it very firmly on the back, and you can see the mule visibly kind of shake at it. This one here is pretty much good for anything. Moving your stuff about. Well, that's about it, really. Can't really do much with a mule. You want him?
I look him over, how does he look?
Roll
Handle
knowledge,
animal?
nature, or heal.
Oh, heal, I like that. Did I pick up knowledge nature? I don't think I did. I took geography, of course I took geography. Take a heal. 17.
Alright, you look over the mule, and it is visible he's been slapped a bit too hard or punched a few times, as there are some visible bruises, but it seems to be in good health and good age for what you're wanting it to do.
I'll ask him for a price.
For the mule, it's 10 gold.
And how much for bags and stuff, or does that come with?
That does not come with, but you can buy him here. Saddlebags. Well then, let me just check if I got some in the back. Ain't every day I gotta sell them. The orc waddles into one of the side rooms of the stables. Comes back out, kind of flipping through the pouches of one of the saddlebags he brings back, and again, there is some red stains here and there on the bags themselves.
So they've obviously been repurposed.
Yeah. He jostles them about in front of your face as he says, "These will be good enough for him. These are 5 gold."
I offer him up the cash, the 15 gold.
Alright. You hand over 15 gold as he kind of meanly tosses the saddlebags onto the back of the mule, takes the gold from your hand and pockets it into his tunic as he moves over to fasten the saddlebags onto the mule itself.
Okay. And I assume I need feed.
Yes.
I ask him if he has feed.
Yes, he definitely has feed. It is 5 copper per day's worth. And for each day is 10 pounds of weight.
Hmm. 5 copper a day, 10 pounds a day. How much can a mule hold?
The mule can hold... I'll check how much this one in particular can hold.
How does this work? Is there a section I can put a mule on here, or is that going to be a separate sheet?
I can make a separate sheet if you want to.
Yeah,
it's not
might
really
be
a good
easier.
place on there. Yeah. Alright, this mule can carry 680 pounds. That should make you a sheet for it. Can be edited. Yep.
And I shall name it Bill.
Alright. Can I add just numbers? Yes, I can. So 780, I said 680, so it needs to go down 6, 5, and alright, there you go. I've changed his weights now. His light load is up to 680.
Nice.
Anything more will just be putting a burden on him.
Yep.
And
So
there
I'm
you go,
gonna
you've got
take
Bill.
2 weeks of feed.
So 14.
Yeah.
Yep. It will come to 7 silver or 70 copper. And 140 pounds.
It was 5 copper a day.
5 copper a day, yes.
7 silver.
For the weight, you have to put it for the individual, so it'd be 10. Since
Okay.
it's a consumable item, it does it per. Otherwise, you're doing 140 times 14.
Fixed.
Yep, there you go.
Oh, I'll transfer some stuff across to that after stream.
Alright.
Sheet-wise.
What else do I need? I have a lot of gold left over. I guess I'll take a look through the market.
Alright, are you looking for anything in particular?
Mostly I'm just looking. Seeing if there's anything that stands out that might be particularly useful.
Did you want to look for any sort of books?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Alright, roll me Perception.
Perception. $14.
Alright, you look around looking for anything that really jumps out at you, and you don't find much. However, you do find a store that has some books that might be of of something that you might want. As you look across, you do notice a few craftsman books.
I take a look through them, see if there's any. Let's see what volumes.
Alright, you're able to come across a book that seems to be to do with laying and making traps.
Useful.
You also find what you could assume to be some holy texts, probably for a cleric or priest of such. And finally, you find a book that has to do with blacksmithing. And for this one, it's probably to do with weapon crafting.
I ask him for prices on the books.
Yep, the trap book is 20 gold. The holy book, to get back to the page, the holy book is 50 gold and weighs 4 pounds just for the sheer size of it. Finally, the blacksmithing book is 38 gold.
I ask Alferis if the holy book can be of use to him, or if we're
Well,
better off spending the money elsewhere.
It could help if we ever get more people to, well, if we ever have more friends, I could teach them in the way of clerics and divine magic with this. Besides that, it might speed up my purification.
Okay. In terms of mechanics, what would it actually do?
The Holy Text would allow Alferis to train other NPCs to become clerics or priests. It will also take off an hour of time whenever he needs to do something to do with divinity and deities, so purification and whatnot.
Would it also give him a chance to take another look at that statue?
Yes.
Anytime
you increase your knowledge, you get another roll for something.
Okay. I definitely take the trap book and the holy book. I ask him if they can do me any discount on the blacksmith book if I take the other two.
Roll diplomacy.
Nope.
The man seems rather insulted you wanted to get some money off the books, and he is very solid on the price.
Okay. Is he being a bit of an ass?
Yeah, you could say so. He seems more bandit than trader, really.
I pay him mostly in silver.
He counts out the silver you pass over to him, kind of grumbling to himself here and there.
So 100 silver's 10 gold, right?
No, 10 silver is 1 gold. It's 10 to 10 to 10 to 10.
Yeah, so 100 silver is 10 gold.
Yes, sorry.
So I give him 100 silver and then I pay the rest in gold.
Alright.
So that's...
It's a lot of coins.
Yeah, there's a lot of weight gone.
Yeah.
So I need another 60 gold. Okay. And I asked the guy there is a any kind of engineer or architect, what the equivalent of this world's like builder.
There'll be engineers and architects. They are still around.
Okay. And I ask him if there is an engineer or architect in the town.
This man doesn't even know what the word architect means.
Bit of a dumbass.
Well, like I said, he's a bit more bandit than trader.
Okay.
So these books have probably stolen any blood on the covers.
Not on the covers. You haven't exactly opened them up yet, though.
Okay. I flick through.
You flick through and you see some red stains here and there, some brown stains as well, which you could assume to be ale or mead.
Are they still
They're still legible,
legible?
yes.
Yeah.
It's mostly on the corners, as if somebody was flicking through it.
Okay. Paper cuts. That's what we're going with.
Yeah, go with paper cuts. I take it you're handing the holy book to Alferis?
Yep. Or loading it onto the mule. If he wants to read through it on his way.
I'll put it on Alferis for now.
Okay. And how much does the trap book weigh?
The books that don't have a listed weight are just £1 each.
Okay. Yeah, if he points me in the direction of the a builder, then I'll go there. Otherwise, I'll ask somebody else who looks a little less, moronic.
You can roll gather information.
That's a skill.
Yes. It should still be a skill. It's some skills have kind of been moved into other things. I think it should still be in this though.
I don't see it.
If it's not in here, then it is just diplomacy.
Let me see, it is 13.
Not every day I have to ask people for gather information. Alright. So you ask around. Every now and again, you get a chuckle from a bandit as if you are asking them the most weirdest question of the day. And after about half an hour of searching, you finally get someone who's able to point you in the direction of what seems to be an architect, or at least a man who's able to put up a wall and not have it fall down.
Yep, that's what I'm after.
I approach the guy. Does he look like a bandit or does he look like a townsperson?
You're pretty sure he's not a bandit. He looks a bit more meek than everybody else, and his clothes are less red and more clean than the others. The man himself seems to be half-elf, though he carries himself in a more human manner, especially since he's surrounded by humans and orcs.
Okay. Where is he when I approach him?
He's currently in his building. He has his own kind of house / architects, though really it's more like a home. Nobody's really approaching it.
Okay. Is it a kind of place I know I could just walk in, or would it be a knock on the door?
Sense motive of the building.
Okay. Four.
You're pretty sure you can just walk in.
I walk in.
Alright, you walk in as you see the man who was described to you kind of visibly jump out from his table as he notices you walk in. He kind of brushes himself off and then walks over to you. Can I help you? Wait, you're not Josh, are you? He then kind of puts up his fists in a kind of Brady Duke's manner.
Who's Josh?
Roll diplomacy.
7.
So you just reply to the man who's Josh, as the man still just has his fists raised. Yeah, who is Josh? He then notices Alferis behind you, who's clearly not a bandit, and then he lowers his hands. Oh, thank God! I thought you were here to get the. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Come in. Come in. Shut the door.
I've come in. I usher Alferis in behind me.
Alferis comes in and shuts the door behind him. Now, what can I do for you?
Now, I'm looking to get some work done. I've recently taken residence up a couple of days from here. And I'm looking to add some structures. Was wondering if you would be available to potentially come take a look, see how much it's going to cost. Perhaps oversee the construction.
Wait, am I correct in thinking you're wanting me to build something?
Yes.
Oh, thank the heavens! I haven't had a job in weeks, maybe months. What exactly are you wanting? You're wanting a small shack?
Maybe down the line, for the time being, a wall.
A wall? I can do a wall, no problem, sir. Do you happen to have any Oh, wait a sec. The man kind of starts to become more energetic. You think this is the best news he's had all year, as he scrambles around his table, pulling out drawers and pulling out parchment and paper.
I say, hold on, slow down. Do you have family here? Do you have anything that holds you to this town?
If you'd asked me that 2 years ago, I would have said yes. He kind of waves the pen around as if he's trying to make some sort of symbols in the air. But you see, well, I kind of had some business with some orcs, and then to get those orcs off my back, I had to talk to some humans. But the humans died, so I went to some elves. And you know, elves, they kind of just stole my money and ran away. So I had to go to some more humans to get some money to buy some more elves. But then I kind of fudged the numbers. And then it goes back to the orcs. We're now to hire to stop the elves, to stop the humans, to stop the elves, to stop the humans, to stop the orcs. And now I owe
I
several
sort of
people money.
get visibly frustrated and start to say, slow the hell down. Let's get to the point here.
But yet, I have no family, and I just owe a lot of money, so my family were collateral, they're now dead.
So, how about you come with us back, take a look for yourself, and you can give me a price? I don't know enough on engineering to know dimensions or anything like this. I have no idea.
He kind of like stops as if you just said the phrase that turns him off. I can leave the city with you?
I can pay you for your time as well, yes.
Would I be staying at this place?
If you chose.
Am I going to keep all my fingers whilst doing this job?
I can guarantee it.
He then throws the pen in the air and just throws all the pieces of paper and parchment into the air along with it. Ah, thank God! You got any oil? Let's burn this house down.
Well, I do have some oil, but perhaps we should not burn the house down. Maybe it'd be best if people think that you're still around for a while. Rather than have your people you're indebted to notice you're missing straight away.
Oh, you're the boss. I'll do what you say. We heading off now. I did expect other companies today, but if you're the first to come, we can leave right now. Yes?
I ask if he has anything he needs to gather, any possessions he needs to take along. Does he have any food or anything for the trip? If he's not planning to return, there's may as well pick it up.
You mean I don't have to... Well, I wanted to burn the place down, but if you allow me to pick up some stuff, give me about 5-10 minutes and I'll gather what I want.
I say no problem. You say you're expecting company. Is this bad company, I'm assuming?
Well, if my fists were raised to welcome a friend... Well, no, that's pretty much how you do it for anyone around here. Yes, in short, you don't want to see the people who want to come here.
And how likely are they to be here in the next 5-10 minutes?
Where's the sun in the sky?
Where is the sun?
He's basically asking you the time, and you can tell the time if you want.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, then we got pretty much an hour then, unless they're early. They might be early. I don't like it when they're early.
Okay. I make an effort to make the front area look dark, and I ask if there's somewhere out the back that we can potentially wait. Ask him if he has a back exit.
Oh yeah, I have a garden. However, it has no fences, it has no grass, and it's pretty much just another road. So yes, we can go out the back way if you want.
Maybe best. Seems like
Alright.
You don't need to be noticed missing.
Yep. Would have liked people to know I'm dead, but if you just want to leave like this, then it's fine.
We don't need to cause troubles for the town in the future.
This trouble has the maximum amount of troubles it's ever going to have.
Yes, but I intend to return here with or without you. I don't need trouble.
Oh yes, if you don't want your reputation tarnished, we don't have to burn the house down, we can do that later. He then kind of hops around as he's talking to you, opening up drawers and putting stuff into bags here and there. He brings out what you could assume to be a artisan's toolkit. However, inside you notice some tools you're not familiar with. It seems to be something to help him calculate numbers and maths and such.
So compasses and set squares.
Yeah, and abacuses.
Cool.
The man continues and ends it up with a hat with a feather as he dons it onto his head. Then he kind of stops with his foot in the air as he turns to you. I didn't tell you the wage, did I?
You didn't.
It's 2 gold a day, is that fine?
It actually seems to work out to be about the same price as the rent.
The rent?
Yes, for your stay.
Wait, what? The rent for staying in your place is 2 gold a day.
A kid.
Okay. I was kind of figuring I was going to a castle then.
Maybe not a castle as of now, but with some work.
As you joke about not castle now, his eyes kind of get wider. Oh, if I could design a castle, I'd love to do that before the day I die.
Just wait until we get there.
Oh, as long as you keep me alive, I can see it.
Okay.
He starts to motion you towards the back as his gear is all gathered up.
Yep. And I ask him one last time, there's nothing else you've left behind? You've picked up all your coin? Any food?
I got some food for the road, and any coin I have has been stolen. He then kind of shows you one of his... he shows you one of his hands, and his pinky has been kind of blackened and bruised. This thing here, it's almost got lost one day, but I was able to find 1 copper piece, and that was able to be kept on my hand. If I had any more gold, I would have given it to that fella.
Fair enough.
And I didn't catch your name, by the way.
Aramis, and you?
That's a rather fancy name you got there. Then again, I've been told the same. The name's Dunban Rickett.
Is it worth adding him to the survivors?
Well, if he doesn't die on the way to the base, then yes.
I'll add it just so I got his name written down there. Can always take him off again.
I put it on the chat for you.
Thank you. Yep. I don't think there's anything else left to do in town, so I make an effort to head out somewhat stealthily if he's wanted.
As you try and walk about stealthily, it seems Dunban is completely oblivious to the fact he's walking out of a town, and he has a bit of a stride to him, as if it's the best day ever.
Okay. I mentioned to him, perhaps if you're such a wanted man, perhaps we should get out a little quicker, pick up the pace.
Well, I can move a bit faster if you really want to. He then kind of have a bit of a hop and a skip as he speeds up.
Okay. And he's level 1?
He's level 1, yeah.
Any class?
He doesn't have a class now.
Okay.
If this man was to go into combat, he'd die within the first hit.
Okay. Then yeah, we head out of town.
Alright. I assume you get your mule along the way.
I do.
Alright. You gather up yourself, Dunban, Alferis, and the mule as you head out of Malola. And thankfully, you don't notice any of the bandits look towards Dunban or thinking that he owes them money, and you're able to leave without too much of a hassle.
Nice. How good a roll did that need?
Well, you had you had 15% chance of nothing happening.
Wow. Lucky me.
Yep, I rolled a 95.
I guess, what time of day is it?
After all that, it is 10 a.m.
Okay. I make an effort to get a good ways away from the town before looking for food, not necessarily animal, but just looking to save some rations.
Alright, I take it you don't want to have Dunban involved in the hunting?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you want Alferis to guard Dunban or to come with you to hunt?
I have him guard Dunban.
Alright. He can roll survival if you want to look for food.
Yep. And like I said, I'm not necessarily looking to hunt, but I see what I see. If it's a large pack, I won't. If it's just food, then I will. But it's a pretty poor roll, so...
Alright. And since it's so close to Malola, you're not too surprised when you don't find that many tracks, at least no heavy tracks of bigger game. You do find a pair of tracks, though, which you could assume to be leading towards a pair of foxes.
Yeah, I make an effort to stealthily approach.
Alright, roll stealth.
14.
The stealth roll basically tells me how close you can get before you actually have to do something.
Cool. I had wondered. I just assumed it was how quiet I was being, but I like that better, how close I can get.
Yeah. Because normally stealth rolls, you move at half speed during turns, but outside of combat, it's more, if you're hunting, it's how close you can get before you actually have to make an action.
Nice. So it's going to determine how close I am to the actual foxes when combat starts.
Yep.
Ooh, different map. Nope, same map, just angle on my screen. Okay. And I only see one fox. Interesting. I fire straight at the fox. I don't even bother to move.
Alright, are you doing rapid shot?
Yep.
Alright.
19?
God damn, son.
Kind of hoping...
Why couldn't you done this against the bandits?
Right? Kind of hoping it wouldn't die in the first shot, because now I have to figure out where the other one is, and I can't see it, and I assume I can't move now.
So, aiming for this fox, you're just given flashbacks of that pack of 4 who demolished you last time, as you let loose the arrow as it goes straight through the throat of this fox as it lands onto the ground on its stomach.
I was going to say hopefully the eye, but throat's even better. That's a pretty intact pelt right there. And that was a rapid shot, but that doesn't matter, because I can't see the other one, so...
Can't see the other one.
Oh, I rolled really well, though.
I need to check what their initiative is. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. The fox hits the ground, and you can hear the whine of the other fox, and you're pretty sure it's really close to it.
Yeah. How far can I move?
You can move 30 feet. Or 6 boxes, squares.
I think that was 30. Not 25, yeah. And take it to that. Nice. And I fire a regular shot.
Alright.
For 18.
Yep, and this would be point blank, I'm pretty sure. Yep, point blank, so +1 to attack and damage.
Nice.
As the other fox falls, you make a quick dash to the tree as you notice the other fox, and with an almost Max Payne dive, you knock another arrow and let it swing into the air as it pierces this fox through the eye.
Nice.
It lets out a sharp, high-pitched squeal as it hits the ground.
Cool. Since I managed to kill them so swiftly, am I able to return like in such a short time? It's just impressive.
It is very impressive, yes.
Nice. Can I recover the arrows?
Yep, I'm rolling it now. Those 2 arrows are lost. They pretty much broke inside of the foxes.
It's gonna be fun later. I grabbed them both by the tail. Well, I grabbed them both and just carried them both whole to back where we're laid up.
Are you kind of just swinging them over your shoulder, or are you dragging them across the ground?
Over my shoulder. I'm trying to keep the pelts intact.
Alright. And for that, you gain 150 XP.
Nice. XP from fights, by the way, is that split between party?
The rule is, its XP is split between player characters. NPCs are normally weaker than players, and so they are not counted within the XP values.
Interesting. Okay. I was just wondering if I was splitting it with.
Well, if they are not in
Alpharis or...
combat, they are not going to level up.
Well, yeah, I know, but.
Don't
So I'm
split it.
getting the full experience, but they are leveling up by being in combat. That's what
Yes.
you're saying. Okay, cool. Makes sense, especially to start with, being it's a solo campaign.
Yep.
Though I don't mind if it gets a little bit further down, we end up splitting the experience a bit.
Well, they'll have jobs outside of having to follow you around, so you're going to have to weigh against if you want them to defend the base or to come with you and leave the base undefended.
Yeah. Cool.
Alright, you return to both Alpharis and Dunban with 2 foxes over your shoulders.
Do I see a place where I can effectively prepare these foxes, try and skin them?
You can find a clearing in the trees as well as some larger rocks to plant them on.
Cool. And I do that, and I take my time trying to skin them properly, try and get some nice pelts that can be worked on. And obviously salvage as much of the meat as I can for meals for the journey back.
Yep. I should double check if survival can be take 20 off, but I don't think so.
If surviving can what, sorry?
If you can take 20 or not.
Okay.
No, you can't. These just have to roll and hope you win. You can take 10, though. It will take a bit longer.
I'm confused. What are we talking about?
Okay, basically with a load of dice rolls for skill checks, you're doing it within the heat of the moment, so you're pretty much just relying on your skill as well as luck. However, if you are trained within a skill, you can take 10 or 20, which is basically, instead of rolling a dice, you take as if you had rolled a 10 or rolled a 20. Taking 20 takes 4 times the amount of time if you were just rolling normally, and it can only really be done on skills where failure doesn't mean much. So if you're trying to make a jump over a chasm, you can't take 20, because if you fail, you'd be falling down the middle.
But if it's something like a performance...
If it's something like a performance, you can just try again. The crowd might get angry, but failure doesn't mean you die.
Okay.
Or something. Like if you're trying to pick a lock, you can't really take 20 because you could break your pick lock or just ruin the lock itself. So you can't take 20 on survival because if you fail, you pretty much mess up the hide. However, you can take 10.
Okay.
If you don't want to roll, you can take 10, or you can roll and try and get above 10.
I'm gonna roll, but I'm gonna roll for each of them if that's okay.
Yep, I was gonna ask that anyway.
And survival, you said, yeah?
Yep, survival.
$14? 26. Glad I rolled. 26 is a natural 19.
Alright, is this for the pelts as well as any meat?
Yep.
Okay, so cut up the foxes, you get a normal fox pelt. However, the other one, you cut it so finely that nothing really needs to be done to it to make it into something, and as such, it is a masterwork fox pelt. And you also get 5 days worth of fox meat.
So 5 rations?
Yes. However, they will need to be cooked.
That's fine. What time of day is it?
You would have travelled for... Right now, it will be 2:30 p.m.
Okay. I asked the others if they need to take some time, if they want to stop and cook this up now, or if they would rather wait until we get a little further out, cook it in the evening.
They'd rather eat it during the evening.
Then yeah, I load it onto the mule.
Alright. You swing the fox corpses onto the back of the mule. The mule seems fine with it, though.
I try not to let him see what I'm putting onto him. Like, I do it from behind.
Alright, you do it from behind on the mule.
Which I'm realizing sounds not good.
Oh, you said it already. Alpharis is already out.
What's the values and weights for the meat and the pelts?
Actually, I'll get you that now. You need to do appraisal for the worth.
Okay, I'll sort that. Appraisal 11 for the regular. I'm assuming you want me to do separate ones.
That's an acrobatics check.
That is an acrobatics check. That is a better number, so we'll go with that. Did you want me to do them individually?
Yes, because they're different things, yeah.
Okay. So, 12 and a 4. I'll let you decide which way around. The meat, I'm not even going to bother putting a value. I don't tend to sell it. I probably should have picked up a toolkit for trap making.
Would have been good.
Yeah. I mean, I have... Actually, I don't know if I did pick up things like twine or string or... Can't remember. I guess maybe I didn't. Although I would have it in my bow making kit, I would assume.
What, twine?
Well, string, something of the
Yeah.
sort.
You'd have string and twine in the bow making kit, because you kind of need that.
Yeah, so I can probably improvise something in the meantime.
Alright, the normal fox pelt weighs half a pound and is worth 3 gold, whereas the masterwork fox pelt is, again, half a pound, but worth 8 gold.
To my knowledge.
To your knowledge, yes. However, basing off of the normal pelt, the masterwork's going to be more anyway.
Yeah. Okay. And you want me to put a pound each for them fox meat?
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, with everything packed away, I guess we head on out, carry on our way. Trying to keep out of sight as well, like keeping. If there's a road, we'll keep to the side of the road, not off of it, but.
Yeah, that's what you said you were doing before, so I just went with that.
That's generally what I tend to do as a whole for traveling. I know it's not safe to travel these days.
Yeah.
And when it starts to fall to the evening, I find a place somewhat concealed. Start a fire, cook up the meat.
Well, the travel goes through without too much trouble, and you're able to find another clearing to cook up the meat.
I hand some round.
Dunban eats it rather delicately, as if he was treated good manners, whereas Alferis just digs into it.
Taking 3 off. Yeah, I don't really say much. I would say I perhaps start working on a bow, but I don't have any crafting material with me, so...
Yeah, you're not going to be able to do that on the road, at least if you're not carrying the stuff with you.
Would I have access to the things needed for arrows, or no?
Not on you, no.
Okay. Then... yeah, I suggest to Alferis that we split the night into 2 shifts. Keep watch, since this guy doesn't look like he can hold himself in a fight.
He definitely cannot.
Yeah, I suggest we split the night into two, take 2 watches, and then offer him which watch he wants.
He'll do the second watch.
And yeah, I probably just make small talk throughout the night. I don't really make too much of an effort. I'm not looking for anything.
Yep. Okay. Roll me perception.
25.
All right. Well, something's going to happen to you during the night. Give me 1 second.
I thought it might. What with the perception roll? I'm guessing I rolled pretty well enough to see it too.
Yep.
Not a fan of being this close to the ruins at the moment.
You're a few miles off.
Let's see. Yeah. 9. I'm noticing that Hayden's actually probably closer than Malola is. Yep.
Right, so during your watch of the night, you can hear something off in the forest that surrounds you, and thankfully, with your keen eyes of the 25, you're able to spot some approaching bandits, and thankfully, you're pretty sure you can spot them before they spot you.
Okay, I make an attempt to quietly rouse Alferis.
That's fine. You can roll. You don't really roll stealth because they don't know you're there, so you can move a bit closer to Alferis and pick him awake. As I just hear a bang in the background.
Yeah, the wind's blowing the doors a bit.
Alright.
I like the token for this guy.
Well, that's him so far until I find a better token.
Yeah.
But I'll do that between sessions.
What direction did I hear the sound from?
The east.
Do I see anything I can hide behind here? Is that a tree
There
right
are
in front of me?
Yep, you can hide behind the trees.
Yeah, I quietly approach the tree. Yeah. Oh wow, they're pretty close.
They are making their way towards your camp. Yes, well, they can see you moving over to there, so they're going to know you're there either way.
Okay. In which case, do I need to roll initiative before I fire my bow?
They don't know that you know that they are there, so you can shoot at whichever one you want to first, and then that'll stop combat.
I fire at the one to the south of me.
Alright, you using rapid shot?
Yep. And these are humans?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a crit. Is that confirmed?
Well, he doesn't know you're there, so that definitely confirms.
Nice. So...
roll me stealth.
Is that to see if the other ones notice?
Yeah, basically.
Nice. 17.
So
Now I roll nicely.
You move closer to this tree as you knock an arrow into your bow. You peer around the corner and fire straight into the sky, and just with your expertise in attacking people's throats, you're able to lodge this one straight for this guy's voice box. He makes no sound except falling onto the ground. And to the other people, they just think he's moving closer.
So I just did 15 damage to this guy in one shot.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. And I have another shot, so I guess I'm going to shoot at the closest bandit to me now. This one.
Yep.
4. That's within 30 feet, so it's 12.
And 14 because human.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I think that hits.
Minus 2 because of the rapid shot. That's why I didn't add the 2.
Oh yeah, so it'd be 12.
Yeah.
And that'll be a miss. However, he will notice the arrow showing for him. So now you need to roll initiative.
That'll do.
As the arrow flies, you hear the bandit call out, "Hey, they see us! Charge then!" As it is, you'll go first.
Nice. I rapid shot again. For 12. Miss.
2 was a miss, yeah.
22.
And 22 hits for 5.
23.
Oh, well, for
even.
6. Because it's point blank.
Yep.
Shoot the other guy straight into his knee. And you're pretty sure he's no longer going to be a bandit after this fight. However, he is still up, but badly wounded with that arrow.
Nice.
The bandit makes their way closer as they go for the archer. Oh, he crit but fumbled his confirm.
Nice.
So this guy comes charging up, and he seems as if he was going to go straight for your head. However, he kind of trips on something as his sword just goes into your shoulder instead, dealing 4 damage.
Same shoulder again?
It's a different shoulder. It'd be the left shoulder. You only have 2 of them. The other bandit will make his way towards you as well and go for the attack. And again, they crit and then fumble the confirm.
What's with
This
all your
guy comes-
crits tonight? What the hell?
I don't know. At least I'm not confirming all of them.
Right.
This guy comes around the other side and hits you on the right shoulder for a 2 damage.
In your own time, Alferus.
Alferis is going to move up to here and use channel so he heal both of you. So you both heal for free.
Oh yeah, he wasn't at full health, was he?
Nope. But since you rested, he has all of his charges back.
Nice.
He has 6 more of those today, so he heals you for 3, yep. And that's what he can do.
Mm-hmm.
Goes back to Aramis.
I take a step back and fire again. I'm assuming because I step back I can't rapid.
No, you can rapid. A 5-foot step is just a free action.
Oh, okay, then I'll rapid. So 16.
16 is a miss.
Less than 16.
That'll be a miss as well. This bandit will turn around to the man who is the healer and go for him. And miss. The other bandit really doesn't like that you've shot him, so he's going to go for you as well. And he just slams his rapier into the tree next to you.
Does it get stuck?
Nope.
Unfortunate.
Goes back to Alferis, and he's going to ask if you want him to do anything in particular.
I ask him to do that shield thing again.
Alright, he'll 5-foot step down here and use Shield of Faith.
I'm assuming that's one of his 3 spells.
Yep. He prepares 1 bless and 2 shields of faith a day.
Nice. What does bless do? Oh, that's a
gives
plus
you
1,
plus
right?
1 to attack rolls. Alright, so you now have Shield of Faith, so plus 2 to your AC. And I will
Nice.
keep track of that if you don't want to.
Yeah, I
Aramis.
don't even know what my AC is, to be honest.
Your AC is 15.
I step to here and fire again. 2 shots. So 11,
That would have been nice if it hit.
right? And a 10.
Oh, your arrows are flying off into the air. This bandit really doesn't like the caster, so he's going to go over to Aramis and go for another attack. Alferis, you get me do it now. He misses. The bandit goes after Aramis and hits you for 2 damage. Did your AC be higher, or are you encumbered?
I'm encumbered, I think.
From what? Before you had everything on the mule.
I haven't transferred it across yet, that's probably why.
Oh, okay. He hits you for 2 damage.
Yep, just done it.
Goes back to Alferis. Do you want him to do anything in particular?
Nah, he can just do his own thing, attack, non-attack, whatever.
Alright. He'll attack the man who's attacking him, because he doesn't want to allow them fry. He doesn't want him to go after Dunban. And miss.
Shame.
Aramis.
Step to here, fire 2 shots. Nope. Nope.
Again, your arrows are flying off into the forest.
Downside to these less rapid shot is it goes through your arrows real fast.
Yep.
It's 10 shots already.
Ooh, almost crit Alferis, but doesn't confirm, as he takes 6 damage.
Wow.
The other bandit will move up to you and attack. And miss. We then go to Alferis, who's going to channel, because you both need some healing. And you both heal for 4.
Guessing he needs it more than I do.
Yep. Aramis, you'll go.
Step back here, take... Ooh, there's another... Oh no, it's a dead one.
There's another dead guy.
Yeah, take another 2 shots. Oh, that one's not good. That one's pretty good though. Pretty sure it confirms too.
So, you shoot your first arrow, which almost hits Dunban in the face, as he's visibly scared by it. But then you correct your bow just a few more centimeters to the right, as you knock another arrow and let it fly into this guy, dealing 8 and 15
And 4.
and 3, because
Is it not plus 2 on the crit crit damage too? I suppose it wouldn't be.
Actually, no, yeah, it does, because that's a singular number, so yes, it does. So it'd be number 6.
Guessing
So you
he's
take-
dead.
You take this guy down to minus 24, almost decapitating him with an arrow.
Pretty impressive. I've just gone straight through the artery, like specifically singled it out.
His body falls onto the ground in a pile of blood.
I just say, like, you seeing this, Alfarius? That's 2.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're in the darkness over there.
Ah, that's right, you can't see me from here. I mean, I do have a lantern, but I don't know that I would have lit it.
No, no, the campfire would be your light. The last bandit tries to take care of Alferis, but fails. And since he hasn't really taken a knock since, Alferis is going to use his sword and miss. Even though I keep rolling max damage from his damage.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Aramis.
Gonna fire 2 shots at that last bandit. 22?
Yep,
At 23
for
7?
Yep, shot 7. Hit that right into the side of his leg.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah. And again, for not 7 at all. Not even close to that.
He needs to get some good rolls in there.
Yeah.
The bandit's going to try and take down the healer still and just miss. His leg's really hurting right now. And Alferis tries to get back at him, but Alferis is just not good at this sort of business. Aramis.
And I crit.
As you see your friend in danger, you bring up your bow again with another arrow knocked into it.
Pow, right in the throat.
And this one goes straight through the side of his throat and out the other.
Do I see the Adam's apple on the tip of the arrow?
Off in the distance, yeah. As this bandit falls to the ground.
Yeah, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Be
6,
16
7,
arrows.
8, 9. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's. Yeah. How many do I recover?
Okay, you recover 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, you gain 9 of your arrows back.
Cool, thank you. How many was it? We said I shot 16.
16, yes. So you've lost 7.
Thank you. Thank God I got a whole bunch off of the other one. These bandits carrying quivers is real handy.
Only so many of them carry arrows.
Well, I was running very low before and the last one had 20, so it worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess I look around, see if I see any other movement, and if not, I make an effort to search the bodies.
You don't see any more movement. From your previous scouting, you only saw these 3.
Okay. See, these rolls against that orc would have been real nice. Real nice.
Yeah. Especially when you're taking some of them down to -24 or -13.
Right. You want me to roll perception for each?
Yes.
20 for that one. An 8 for that one. 24 for the last.
Alright. Okay. You don't find any gold amongst these people. However, you do find a potion of Cure Light Wounds along with a note detailing what the potion was. That's why you knew what it is, as well as some other writing on it. Besides that, you were able to get 2 of their studded levers, their bucklers, 1 composite longbow, along with 20 arrows, and all of their rapiers.
Okay. I keep the potion on myself, and the rest I'll chuck onto the mule.
You want to read the rest of the note?
Yep.
The note basically details that this bandit apparently had some lower back problems, and he went to basically an alchemist in Sotkuma who prescribed some other medication along with this to ease the pain.
If I recall, potion makers for like curing wounds aren't really a thing anymore, right?
Yes, this is a very rare thing to find. And it's pretty sad since you know these to be rare that the note is stained with blood.
Yeah. How much does it weigh?
The potion is just 0.1. They're kind of just like those scientist vials that are like the size of your finger, just with liquid in it.
And I can appraise the value another time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
after
this
searching the
group
bodies.
was a bit easier.
Yep. Someone's doing all the work.
I know, you don't have to thank me.
I'm not.
Our first is just gonna top off. And that's put him up to max health.
What am I at? 16? That puts me up 1 as well. I'm assuming because of it's nearby.
Yeah. It's within 30 feet of him, so...
Yeah. Stud level was 20 weight each, right?
Yes.
2 bucklers, 3 rapiers. These guys all seem to have a pretty standard set of gear. Rapiers for 2 pounds?
Rapiers are £2, yes.
And bucklers for 5.
Well, if you're thinking they have a pretty standard set of gear, maybe they all go to the same place for it.
Maybe. Maybe I should capture one next time and ask.
Would help if they were able to speak as well. Keep their voice boxes and Adam's apples intact.
That's against my trademark.
You do seem to love their throats.
Just where the arrow wants to go, I guess. I guess we go back to camping for the rest of the night.
And the rest of the night is plain sailing.
At some point I should look at different kinds of arrows. I don't know what they are.
They're expensive is what they are.
Yeah, I know they are. What's the weight on arrows? On arrows even?
Arrows, for 20 of them, it's £3.
Cool. And we've been this way a fair few times now. I would know how far from the base I am at this point, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You are about a half-day walk away.
Then yeah, on the way back, I set out again, and on the way I'll keep an eye out for game again. Not necessarily worried about finding it, but just watching for it.
Roll survival.
I'm basically always looking for game. There's no reason not to be. 24. 25 if it's me.
As you look around, as you travel back to the base, you notice some tracks here and there. However, you notice one that kind of comes out to you as rather important, as you notice rather deep bare paw prints in the ground.
Nice. Then I stealthily try and follow the prince, and I do have Alfarius join me.
Would be good. A bear is a lot stronger than a fox.
Yes, it is. And I make a point of telling Bill to... Was it Bill?
Bill is the donkey.
Not Bill, then. The, hang on. I wrote his
The
name
architect?
down. Yep, Dunban.
Dunban.
I have him hide somewhere with the donkey.
Alright.
You want me to roll stealth?
Yes.
10.
Alright. Be one moment. Aramis, Alferis, Bear.
Aramis, Alfarius, Bear. I probably should have said, when it comes to the bear, I'm probably not looking to get overly close to it.
Well, this is as far as you can get.
That's fine.
Alright, you come to a kind of a clearing in the forests as you follow a dirt path along with some bear paw prints, as you can see just off in the distance, a bear kind of grazing, though they don't really eat too much grass, and at its mouth you can see it gnawing at what you could assume to be the body of a rabbit or deer. It's hard to tell, it's been mostly eaten.
Okay.
I'm assuming if I can see it, it can see me.
No.
Okay.
Well, it could see you if it put its head up.
I ask Alferis if he casts his whatever the blessing. Is that going to cause it to notice, or is that something he can do quietly?
I have to speak to use it, and I can't really speak quietly.
Okay. Is he able to do it at the same time as me firing?
Yes.
In which case, I suggest he cast a blessing on me whilst I attack it. And
Alright.
do I want a rapid shot? I don't think I do. I think I'm just going to attack it normally. Just so I don't lose the -2.
Right, so our first will cast Bless.
Okay. I rolled a 12.
See if that hits him. That'll be a miss.
I thought it might.
You say you're not doing rapid shot?
No.
Alright. So the bear can see the arrow approach it. As it looks up, you can see both you and Alferis.
I would retcon it and say it, but I did specifically say beforehand, so.
Roll initiative. Oh, Ferris, come on.
What the hell, Alferis? Always have to do all the work. How quick are bears?
You're about to find out.
I'm pretty unfortunately sure I am. It just moved further away?
No.
Okay, I'm imagining it.
The bear lets out a low growl as it kind of hops along towards your direction. Aramis.
Did it look like it was moving as fast as it could?
No.
Okay. I'm going to do the exact same again. Poorly.
Arrow just goes off in the distance. Well, since it's just a single target, Alferos is going to try and tank its attacks and let you shoot at it. You're better with a bow. So Alferos will move to here and cast Shield of Faith on himself.
He has the same armor value as me, right?
He has 17 without Shield of Faith.
Okay.
So he's now at 19.
Nice. So that armor
go.
I gave him is better than mine, huh?
He also has a shield. Goes in for the attack. And apparently this is not a token. It's not a token? Come on, you're a bear. Now you do the attack. Oh, did I break you? There you go. Alright. Goes in for the attack, and with the Shield of Faith, it misses.
Without the Shield of Faith?
Without the Shield of Faith, would have hit him.
Nice. Good work.
Aramis, you're going to need to have to take a 5 step down, just so Alferos isn't blocking your shot.
Okay. So if I actually click on the token. Yeah, I'm gonna rapid shot this time because it's only -1 at this point because of the 30 meters.
Alright.
20.
Yep, that hits it in its thick hide on the side, deals 6 damage.
And is the blessing +1 to attack only?
It's just 2 attack rolls.
Okay, so 21 and 25.
Yep, the second one will hit as well for another 7 damage in the same side. Now has 2 arrows producing out of its side. And Alferos is going to fight defensively, which will lower his attack roll, but increase his AC by a further 2.
Nice. I didn't know that was a thing. And he did pretty well too.
I have to check how much fighting defensively takes off the attack roll, because I'm pretty sure it's 2. -4 on attack rolls for +2 on AC. So -4 to that attack roll would be 14, and that would be a miss.
It's a shame.
He
But
may
at the
want to
same
stay
score?
alive.
At the same score, at least he didn't damage my hide.
I mean, you're the one shooting arrows into it.
Well, yeah, but an arrow is much easier to fix than a slash.
Yeah. The black
say.
bear is going to attack again.
Oh, that's right, he gets multiple attacks, doesn't he? He gets bites and 2 claws, right?
Yep.
Gone up against a couple of bears before.
Thankfully, with all this AC that Alferos has gotten, none
Yeah,
of
he's
the
up to
attacks are going
21.
hit.
No, he's up to like 23 now, isn't he?
He's up to 21 AC.
Wow. That's a 25. No, 23. And a crit but a fail.
Yep.
But it's max
Again,
damage.
You shoot into this guy's side once more for 9 damage, and then another 10.
The
There's
crit
plenty
didn't
of-
confirm.
I know.
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah,
did
plus
9
ones.
point blank.
Yeah, that's
There, he now has 4 arrows in its side, with plenty of blood gushing out of it, and it seems rather weak now.
okay.
And Alferos will continue to fight defensively. And he's never going to really hit if he keeps rolling that low. And the bear is going to just try and attack.
He's gonna try and bear it.
Well, you're making jokes as the first claw slashes into Alferos for 5 damage. And then the second one crits but doesn't confirm for another 7.
Ouch.
And Alferos falls to the ground.
This guy has a thing for falling over. It's like a
Well, most of
hobby.
the time, he keeps getting knocked out. Hey, better him than you.
Is he at 0 or -1?
He's at -1, so he'll be bleeding out.
Okay. My turn.
Aramis. Yes.
Fire 2 shots. 17.
And upon seeing Alferus drop to the ground, you shoot another arrow into this thing's
It's actually,
sides.
it's actually 15. That makes a difference. Because it's +1 minus. Oh, it's +2 -2. So yeah, it's 16 straight up. Sorry.
Yeah, 16 doesn't hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh. So both arrows miss. And Alferus is going to try and not die.
Well, I know a sweet number 17 then.
Oh, Alferus is going to lose some health.
I also know that if he had 21 AC, I'm not looking forward to these next 2 bears attacks.
The bear moves up to attack Aramis and deals 4 damage to you.
That's alright. Unless it's 4 so far, and then it's less alright.
It's already moved, so it only gets the 1 attack.
Ah, thank God for that.
So then it's your go.
Step back. Fire 2 shots. 16.
That's a miss.
Yeah, it's straight up 16 at this point. 22!
And hopping to the side, the last arrow goes straight into this thing's nostril. Pretty sure it hits the brain matter as it kind of convulses and falls to the ground.
Nice.
Alferus always has to take the brunt of it for you.
So if I had 10 shots.
One, two, three. You get 3 of your arrows back.
So -7. And a lot of experience this session. What percentage is it to recover an arrow?
It's 50%. So half
I'm
and
just
half.
rolling very poorly. Okay. I'm gonna try and stabilize Alferus.
Yep, roll heal.
Badly.
Oh, you try and stop the bleeding, but it doesn't really work.
Okay.
And he's gonna see if he's gonna keep on bleeding out. Yep, he keeps on bleeding out. Try another heal.
I take it this keeps on going until he dies.
Yep.
22.
Okay, you stop the bleeding. However, he doesn't wake up just yet.
Okay. How far away did Bill and Dunban stay?
They are about 5 minutes away.
Okay. I sort of leave Alferus. I drag him to the side carefully, leave him there for a minute, go and grab the other 2, and come back. Well, the other one and the mule.
Alright.
And then...
You leave Alferus and the bear as you return to Dunban and Bill. And motion them back to where you fought.
Yep.
They're still here, haven't been taken away.
Good.
Thankfully.
Do I see an area I can work on this bear while I wait for Alferus to come to?
There isn't any good flat rock you'd have to do on the ground.
Okay. I try and find at least a flat area on the ground, but I realize this bear is rather heavy and I'm probably not going to be able to move it.
Yeah.
So I work on gutting and whatnot, trying to skin, trying to do what I can to keep the hide in good condition.
Yep. Roll survival.
11.
Or you kind of mess up with some of the meats, but you're able to get the pelt off of it.
Okay.
You get the bear pelt, which weighs GLBs. No, that's £5, not GLBs. As well as 2 days worth of bear meat.
Oh yeah, it really screwed up on the meat then. Only £5 for a bear pelt? Seems a bit light.
It's £5. Yeah, it's mostly just the skin. It's not really that heavy, but pounds are kind of weighty.
Yeah, I guess.
Also, it's only a medium-sized bear.
Okay. What does the meat weigh?
It's
Pound
the same
each.
as rations. Yeah, £1 each. It's obvious you're not used to cutting up bears
Yet.
yet.
Okay.
Seems the bear was pretty proficient at cutting up humans, though.
Pretty much. I'm assuming it's going to be a couple hours to do that.
For the bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in that time, does Alferus come to?
Yep. Our first will wake up and start healing.
I just make a point of mention. Since you met me, that holy symbol seems to get an awful lot more use than usual, am I right?
Well, since I met you, I'm no longer in chains, so I definitely have to bring it out to keep you alive.
You say keep me alive. I've brought you back from unconsciousness, what's this, 3-4 times now? In a week? Not even?
Just think of it as all the blows you would have taken instead.
Or, I'll think of it as, I'm doing all the work because I'm the better fighter. But then I suppose you are the healer, so that's fair.
Alferus just gets up, dusts himself off. Doesn't really say anything.
I turn around and say, but I wouldn't throw you away. You're still very useful in a fight.
Yeah, we'll see.
Tell you what, Alferus, you can have one of the bear meat portions tonight. How does that sound?
As long as it's cooked.
I commit to nothing. Okay.
And we will end the session here.
Okay. Did you want to end it here, or did you want to end it in